everyone! Welcome back with a new episode of Honest Impression!
God damn it.
I regret having my headphones at maximum volume, PM. Jesus Christ.
I was scared. Okay.
It's like, did I hurt you? Did I do
God,
something? I'm sorry, Dad.
No, you
I'm
didn't.
sorry.
I'm just excited. Really excited this new episode. of
No, I can
Honest
tell.
Impression. Because first and foremost, we're back.
First episode of 2022, and we're back.
And we're back.
Kinda.
Kinda. Here's the thing. The main reason why we're just doing a new episode now,
Life.
like adulting. We're doing adulting quite a lot, and
Hopefully you guys don't take that out of context.
I've been doing the adult thing all night long, working overtime. Because nobody else will do my job for me.
Overtime without any pay. Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
My
No.
life.
as you can see, Hal here has been, being Hal at work. So,
Suffering. The word is suffering.
and you know the reason why? I have to restart him 3 times
What happened? What did you do?
because first I forgot to change the title. Second,
Wait. You were... Oh, no.
oh yes. Second, we're supposed to review Ruby, but she hasn't watched it yet. But
I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. We're gonna review the superior show anyway.
and third, we finally decided to do Cyberpunk. So
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
rather, Cyberpunk decided to do us.
Yes.
either
Oh, yeah.
either way, depends. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. Cyberpunk is an emotional roller coaster.
Mm.
And
From
that's
start
putting it
to end.
lightly.
And start to end.
Mhm.
Except in this roller coaster, it's going to crash, and all of the riders will die.
And basically every other Cyberpunk story that exists.
Mhm.
Okay, now.
It's
So first, let's start with the intro. Opening music.
your
How-
mic is kind of cutting off though, PM. Just a heads up.
Cutting in and out. How about now?
Yeah, now it's better. Now it's
Better. Okay. So let's start with the intro music, and I think a lot of you know how fire the intro music of Cyberpunk is. Don't lie to me.
You mean Franz Ferdinand? Dude, I was listening to that song before it even came into anime.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm surprised they even cut out the lyrics. But let's get everybody on board, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start the introductions with everybody here. We have special guests tonight. First and foremost, my name is Howl the Bad Man, or Howl of the Broken Controller.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the intro for individual.
That's right. That's right. Our very own host forgot that we exist.
I'm
So,
sorry.
so
We haven't done this for so long. I forgot to do the things that I need
The
to do.
thing.
Sorry.
that's all right.
Disregard the thing.
Let me introduce our main host, Noob Titan, or PM. Say hello, PM.
Hello, everybody.
It's-
Your forgetful host is here.
Yeah.
Forgetful host.
Of course, the lovely Ichi is with us tonight. It is
Hello, everyone.
her
Hi.
first time in the show. So big applause. Pachi,
Yeah.
pachi, pachi, pachi.
Yeah.
Gamer, let's go.
It's been a while since I've been in a podcast. I know. It's because of work, but anyways, I'm in
Story of our
one.
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
both
of
us.
course, we've got Sacred Edge.
I watched. Yay! Oh, hi there, you magnificent friends. I supposed to use my usual words, but I want to keep it PG for Howl and the others. So yes.
Wait, really?
Do you think this podcast is PG?
Do
Oh,
you
you know-
forget who I am? I have Batman in
freak.
my name.
All right, fine. You know what? Fine. Allow me to say it for your viewing pleasure or listening pleasure.
I'll
Okay.
turn up my volume.
All right. Why, hello there, you magnificent bastards. Well, I would
There
like to say.
There it is.
There it is.
Anyway, thank you so much for having me here. And to be frank, I kind of miss doing this podcast thing. Not gonna lie.
Same.
We all
of
did.
Also,
We all
do.
We all do.
and also, Howl, about the one music video that you sent me, the Cyberpunk music video.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I supposed to feel, honestly.
We will all explain that in a few minutes. Don't worry, we'll get you up to speed. Just expect pain, sadness, despair, and
So from what I understand,
and
oh
a little
yeah,
bit,
my first,
and a
oh
sprinkle
yeah,
of love.
yeah,
a
okay.
cycle of love.
Welcome to Sex to the Video Game.
Oh
Or is it-
no.
Oh yeah, now we're back.
We're
now
back.
Oh
Well,
yeah, we're back now.
Honest
It's back,
Impressions is
baby.
back. Officially.
Yeah,
back.
so to give to understand the whole lore of Cyberpunk is basically a game made by the one who made the Witcher series, correct? CD Projekt Red. Yes.
It was originally a
Board game.
tabletop board game created by
Yeah.
Mike Ponspith, who is the, if I'm not mistaken, still the CEO of CD Projekt Red. Am I mistaken
really?
on that? Mike Pondsmith, yeah, he created that himself.
And isn't that based on the light novel from Japan? Is it?
Cyberpunk? No.
No.
It's
It
it's his original creation, which started off with board games,
Oh,
spawned into more board games, became its
and then more board games.
it became its own
Yeah.
living entity, spawned comics.
And so what's
small
the
shows.
Japanese one? So what's the Cyberpunk from Japan? Is it?
Ghost in the Shell,
Ghost in the
and-
Shell.
Akira, Ghost in the
No.
Shell, Akira, Psychopaths. Those are the Cyberpunk.
No. There's the one I saw. It's literally called
Cyber
Cyberpunk.
Cyber City OED. I think that's how it's spelled.
Oh, okay. I thought it's simply called Cyberpunk.
No, Cyber City. It's an older anime from the 1980s.
Oh,
Oh,
so
okay.
like
How your
Cyberpunk was an old
Your
thing
age is
now.
showing.
I have been here. You know, Enrile says he's the oldest guy, but they don't know it. I was there possessing his children. Wait, that sounds
So
wrong.
like Cyberpunk was a thing back then. Then
And-
it has board games on the board games and board games until eventually there's going to be a video game.
That's
And
right.
All I remember is
Then the
the
video game was a hit.
yeah.
Then,
and then
after the video
literally hit.
game, there's a lot of bugs in Steam and all of that. Then
Hit
after that, it's the anime.
hit is a very special word to use in this case.
A hit with bugs.
I pre-ordered it on the PS4 and
So I have to. So guys, I'm doing the face reveal thingy. Ready? Here
No!
you go.
go.
There you go.
Well,
Oh!
oh wait,
Oh,
I just want to
no.
give context to my comment earlier when I said possessing children. I was making a joke about me being the devil and possessing people, so people might start thinking the wrong thing unless I explain that. I
Yeah,
felt like I
so-
had to explain that.
Is that one of the power ups from Cyberpunk? Is it?
Which one?
The one that possessing children or something?
Not
Sacred,
necessarily.
if you see the stream, it's more cursed than the one that's showing in Discord. I promise you. I promise you.
Wait,
Why am I doing this? I have no idea.
well, for the benefit of the audience and Sacred, I would like to introduce the concept of Cyberpunk fully.
Mm.
The
Holy
idea.
shit, you're right. It is cursed.
Yes, it is cursed. Well, Cyberpunk is a genre in itself. Now, there are different kinds of tabletop games. So you have
Mhm.
D&D,
D&D.
Warhammer. It's the kind of game, but the genre of Cyberpunk focuses on a dystopian, futuristic setup. wherein humans are integrated into technology. Androids, cyborgs, AI, augmented body parts, the ability to transform yourself into part machine, part human.
Can I be Mega Man?
Yes.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
fact,
In BDs, I guess.
no. In the cyberpunk world, you can actually turn yourself into a
Is
actual.
actual.
Yeah. Because it's legitimately in the lore that there are people who augment their bodies into
become
things that
robots.
we only see in anime. For example, there are, I forgot the name of the classification of it. You can turn yourself into a cat girl, for example. Augment yourself with animalistic body parts that will show cat ears. You have claws
Tail.
for, so your anime dream body can be yours.
Oh, there we go. I finally found my only house.
Oh yeah, the sex
Oh
dungeon's
god.
back.
Oh no.
And it still weirds me out. He's dressed like a priest.
Yeah.
Strangely appropriate.
I mean, I am Lord Oberon after all.
I would never call a priest lord, but okay.
You're welcome, boys. So yeah, from if I had to understand the whole lore of Cyberpunk, everything is basically
Possible.
gone progress. So if we want to have a body of a cockroach, so
You
it's
can
also
do that.
You
possible.
can.
You can.
You can be one.
The
So
but it's not
so
at
it's
all fun
basically-
and games
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this is a time where the worst of the worst that can possibly happen has happened. Everyone's an asshole, and the world is controlled by conglomerate corporations.
So basically, we've been controlled by who's that super hacker again? Anonymous or something?
You mean Hackerman from?
Something like that. It's like something like that. You
In
know
other
the
words,
Anonymous.
Arasaka, I guess.
You know
Or-
what's
or-
that?
Well, yeah, or Netrunners.
Technically. Or
Yeah,
Netrunner.
kinda like.
Netrunners. Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Netrunners
Uh,
are for
the-
rebels.
Yeah.
So basically, there's those people on the internet decided to put Rickroll on our digital brains or some shit.
Yeah.
Kinda like that.
Yes.
Yes,
Neuralink.
that is possible.
You're,
That is
you're talking
possible.
about you're talking about Neuralink of Elon Musk.
It's something like
Kind
that.
of something like that.
Elon Musk.
Let me make it. Let me make the story worse for you folks, because imagine there was a time wherein the internet, as it is now, it was one, it was whole, everybody had access. But during the corporate wars, to fight the war of information, they started releasing artificial intelligences through the internet to do certain things: assassination, espionage, sabotage, and all sorts of things you can think of. And the only way to segregate the internet was to separate the internet into parts, create
Mm.
individual networks. So there is the internet of Night City. The Arasaka network has its own internet.
Mm.
So
Each-
basically, private internet VPN type of shit, is it?
Yes,
Yes.
with one major catch, because the artificial intelligences that they released into the internet to do certain things, they became sentient.
Oh yeah.
And
Mm-mm.
in
So
order to-
basically, they have they become more what do you call this?
Skynet, they became
Yeah.
Skynet.
Fuck.
Think of it of just like Terminator, but
Skynet, yeah.
more
Aggressive,
but
more mutated, more
and-
independent.
and it's more on the network itself rather than robotic holocaust that's going to
So
destroy us.
basically Terminator without John Connor type of thing, is it?
It's something like that. And the
Yes.
AI themselves are basically living things at this point.
Mm-mm. So you can't really tell if they are real or not.
Yeah, because they
Because
think.
technically, yeah, because I think that's kind of scary. So like, if you fall in love with an AI, well, you're fucked, I guess.
Yeah, because the AI is not going to interpret the love the same way a human does.
Yeah,
So-
because what they know is like what's the internet gathered,
That's
So,
right. And
it-
learning
it's-
on its own.
Yeah, so you're gonna have a bad time. That's that's what I'm gonna say. Or like they'll be like in the bars or some shit like that.
That's right. And to
They'll
protect
be watching you
themselves-
always. They'll be watching you always.
Even jacking off?
Yes.
Yes.
That's
Oh,
why
It's
to put-
actually kind of like in Cyberpunk. It's kind of like what do you call this? Like normal.
yeah.
Oh
It-
yes.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of like
Yes.
normal.
Yes.
Like you'll see people like
Freaking each
doing
other.
stuff. Yeah,
Doing
Trust
ooh.
me.
doing the
In
thing, or
in
watching BDs in
and
the
watching
bar,
BDs,
and they're
it's
just doing that. I guess.
it's
I was
gotten
like,
to a point that human depravity has sunk so low. It's not even an issue anymore because there are far worse things going on
Mm.
outside. That
Mm-mm.
the simple fact of watching porn is not even an issue.
wait,
Yeah.
even in-
so how the fuck does humanity even survive?
Conglomerates,
The
It-
fuck is that?
corporations.
Corporation.
Corporate. Yeah.
Big companies that are now controlling the world. Without
Eh,
them,
eh,
So I
world
can be a
is-
CEO of racism or something?
Yes, if you
oh,
could make money that way, sure.
Yep.
it's what do you call this? Like imagine presidents are like old fashioned now and corporates are the big thing now. So
Still have-
basically you're going to like side with
corpse.
the corpse, or like you're gonna do whatever the fuck you want, but the corpse are gonna like eye
they're
on
going,
you.
there's going, the corporation will, will be under your skin most of the time.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
they won't do anything yet unless you do something, you know, real bad.
Unnecessary for them.
Yes.
Or
balls.
or they will do something they will do something if you do something that will damage them.
And there's a lot you can do that can.
Like hacking, for
know.
example. Like whatever.
It's a
Or-
minor thing to them, but they don't like
well.
that you do it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And how did Ziggy Q explain it? Oh, there's one show in Cyberpunk wherein the TV show host was interviewing this guy who was writing a book about Hanako Arasaka, and he said that the last person who tried to write a book about Hanako Arasaka committed suicide by shooting himself in the back of the head 10 times
Mm.
How
That
the
was-
fuck is not dead?
because it was not a suicide.
Oh. Oh, that took me a while.
It's not suicide.
It's
It's
the
something
world.
else.
The world at this point is so bad that 80% of all living animals on the planet are dead. Humans are subsisting of synthetic food,
How? I'm sorry, what the fuck is a synthetic food? It's like
artificial meat.
Artificial, like for example,
I mean,
like
isn't that
um,
isn't that what's happening right now?
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
everyone is now
Mm-mm.
doing the eat bugs, eat bugs, beat you or something like that.
No,
Well, there
that's
aren't
not-
even
that-
bugs.
Actually,
let's say you are going to be eating vegan meat, veggie meat, vegan
Oh yeah,
meat,
I heard. Oh yeah, I
veggie
heard
meat
about
or
the
something
crazy
like
shit.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh guys, can I say something? Tell you guys about this shit about the vegan meat or something?
Sure.
Yeah,
I heard a lot of I heard one really ridiculous thing about that vegan meat.
Mm.
They said that what's the term again? Estrostromone or whatever the hell is it?
Estrogen?
Estrogen.
Estrogen?
There we go. Estrogen.
Testosterone,
Yeah, estrogen. There we go.
estrogen. Okay.
Estrogen. It has a lot of estrogen. It will make your boobies go big.
No.
No, I don't think
That's what I
so.
heard.
I don't
That's what
think
I've heard.
so.
I don't know. That's what I've just heard. Or
Is
one
it
or
that-
You
Wait, is
know
it
what vegan meat is made of, right?
vegetables. Yeah.
Tofu.
Tofu, yeah, tofu.
Mostly
Usually
tofu,
it's
yeah.
tofu with yung like maybe soy sauce.
Mhm.
Then they'll just ferment or maybe grill it, so it will look like real meat.
And
It
But
tastes
it's
like meat.
not.
And looks like meat, tastes like meat, or whatever.
But
the
it's
meat
not
is.
meat. Yeah, exactly.
What are you
Actually,
doing
I
with the kumjar?
tried.
What are you doing with the kumjar?
Nothing.
For reference.
Mhm. Well,
For
except
reference.
It's appropriate that the background of the jar is already white. Oh,
Oi, oi,
God.
oi, 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 oi. Hey,
Vengeance,
hey,
bitch.
hey, 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 hey.
There we
Okay,
go.
okay. If it's vengeance, fine, fine.
You put me
Like-
in a jar.
You. Okay, fine, fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Howell the Bad Man, and I do not approve this message.
But anyways, yeah. Actually, I have tried vegan ramen before, vegan gyoza. Actually, vegan tocino. I tried it.
I've tried
What?
vegan
Wait, what?
barbecue, vegan
Vegan what
tocino,
now?
vegan burger. They're
Yeah,
actually
vegan
pretty
burger.
good.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
It's expensive though.
But it's expensive. That's what.
Yeah, that's what.
That's the price that you're going to pay. It's just
It-
expensive, but
is it,
it's not bad. The
I mean-
taste is not bad.
isn't that ironic that something that's supposed to be actually healthy for you and good for you is 5 times more expensive than
expensive.
something?
That's what.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now that you guys mentioned it, why is it so? Why is it so expensive to be
To
healthy?
be fit.
Corpos.
Right.
And
Corpos.
and how they usually
Inflation.
process the
Well, right now it's actually
non-meat
kind of
meat. It's really expensive.
right
I
now.
mean,
I
yeah.
think it's more on inflation. We have an inflation problem right now.
Yeah,
Plus
so
that,
globally.
plus that.
globally, yeah. That's why like everyone's everyone's trying to be healthy, but waste little
Or
to
I need to
little
find.
little money,
There we
I
go.
guess.
There we go.
If I could subsist on human blood, I would. I mean, I really would. It would be cheaper than having to go to the grocery. Honestly.
Hey, if you can you can actually do, the crazy ones that, air diet
go.
that
I mean,
the
have you seen the
Air
kind of?
fryer.
No,
Oh, I
not-
got one of those.
no, not
I don't
air,
have air
no,
fryer.
not air
I think I had
fryer.
before, but yeah,
no,
no.
not air fryer, but people they're just getting their nutrients from the air.
Oh,
So they're not
wait.
eating anything.
They're not eating anything. They're
Guys,
just
we're not even.
breathing.
Guys,
they're
we're not
just
even
eating
fucking
air.
flour.
They're
What are we,
just-
Guys, we're not even-
sponges?
I don't
Guys,
know.
We're not even flowers. What the hell?
I don't know.
No,
That's what they do.
Flowers feed off photosynthesis
Ah.
of sunlight, but those that feed off the air, the nutrients in the air,
I
I
have-
think PM is thinking of sponges.
No. there are people like that. If you're going
It's
to check,
weird though.
yes,
Wait, there are people like that, but do you know people like that? Are
I've
they still
only-
alive?
I don't know. I've only seen them in YouTube videos.
Are they still alive?
I don't know. Don't
that's
I think I seen that like 7 years ago, and there's that old lady who said that we're the Briterian, or that's what it's called.
I
We
survive
feed-
off the nutrients in the air. Watch me
Yeah.
suck up the air from this vacuum cleaner. Wait, I should be making fun. I'm sorry.
I know.
This is
it's
the
just
first
a-
time I've heard of this, so no offense meant. I was just making a joke.
know.
I know.
Um,
but,
We
it's
know.
just-
But yeah, the concept itself, using air to get nutrients, it's crazy
Dude.
on itself. It's crazy on
The
itself.
thing is, I think it would work on plants or some shit, but like
Sponges.
it won't. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It won't work on us.
I don't know.
Guys, you said guys. You just mentioned that cyberpunk man people, whatever super robot master thingy
Mhm.
by artificial foods, correct?
Yes.
Mm,
Does that mean they are able to do this with gasoline? Are they drinking gasoline or something?
We don't know.
Well, the
Maybe.
thing about
Maybe.
they're using a different fuel source because by that point the humans have already exhausted all fossil fuels.
Are you
Um,
guys, are you telling me that they had to shove a gasoline hose up their asses or something?
no, they don't. They don't rely on gasoline anymore at this point.
I more on
Advanced
lithium-
technology power sources,
More on something like lithium battery.
solar, nuclear.
That makes sense.
There was this other power source. I forgot what it was. But the thing is, during the corporate wars, they call it the corporate wars because when
Corpos.
when corporations started influencing governments, they became the heads of state. And one of the things that people used to do to fight against corporates was to spread pandemics and plagues.
That's
So
like
what
what's
did
happening now.
you know what the corporates did to fight off? I forgot the name of the disease, but to fight off that disease, they released a
Is that
nanite. It's
is
canon
the
lore.
is
Uh,
that a thing called ano? Is that a thing called robot
Super
influenza robot virus or something?
Not no. It's a biological virus that killed 70% of the human population.
Oh,
Uh,
so
and to contain it, they released a means of destroying 80% of all crops on the planet. But I think it is ended up destroying more. So majority of the planet is technically dead at this point in the cyberpunk lore. And there are only 3 classes of human society. There are the corpos, the people who have money. There are the nomads, the people who wander the outside of the cities. And I forgot what they call the really poor people, those who lived in the slums, which is the 90% population of Night City.
Yep.
That's the
wait,
kind of
so
world we live in.
so basically humanity now lives in the slum while the rest of the people, non-people, whatever, robot, super fighting robot Mega Man
If
people.
if they had money, they could live better lives.
Yeah, that sounds like it. So
And
That's
they
pretty,
so how
and
what
that's
kind
pretty
of job are they doing?
and that's pretty much
corporations,
Fair
that's
enough.
pretty much the theme of Cyberpunk 2077.
classist.
Where you either die a rat,
You're rich.
or you live the richest life.
So
That
basically, capitalist asshole to you're as poor as a rat or something, is it?
it's more than capitalism at this point
Oh yeah,
because
super capitalism too.
it's worse than that. In fact, it's not about the money; it's about control.
Okay,
Because
fascism too.
fascism too. Yes, that's
Yeah,
actually a very appropriate.
Perfect,
Uh,
perfect term for cyberpunk.
so
Yeah,
that
cyber fascism too. Is it? There we go. That's the right word I'm looking for.
Ay tawag doon, I just researched how. Is that Street Kid?
a
Yung
street kid is one of the life paths in the game.
right. Yeah. Kasi diba,
Oh yeah,
Corpo,
I.
Nomad,
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Because
then...
the street kid path is is actually the poor, the poorer person, the normal poor person, life state in Night
Guys,
City.
oh yeah, I did ask this how like several few months ago, last month ago. It's time for me to ask both Ichi and PM for this. So,
Oh,
You
What is
are
it?
you ready? Are you
What is
ready?
it?
what's up?
What are your does that since Howl already know this, I had to tell you guys this.
Mm.
Okay.
Does the children in this era are able to become cyberpunk people?
Questionable. Questionable.
IRL? Are you
No, no, no. I
question...
mean in the lore. In the lore.
in the cyberpunk lore.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Is that what you
really,
mean?
really questionable.
I can answer it,
If
but I'll wait for them.
if the can you repeat? I'm thinking about it.
he
Actually.
was asking if kids could become could augment themselves like
They become the cyberpunk
Oh.
people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ichi, think of your answer first. I'm gonna
Sige,
answer
go. Sige.
while you're
Go.
thinking. Okay.
Alright.
So regarding that, it's really, really questionable. Mainly because the way cyberpunk dystopia works, if you don't have the money, you really can't augment yourself with the most with the most updated gear. So
correct.
unless you steal certain parts of someone to upgrade yourself,
Mm-mm.
you're going to die of an outdated software on your head.
So that means somebody's gonna put a Rickroll Rickroll
Oh, do I have a story for you about that?
A Rickroll. If you have an outdated hardware,
Software.
hardware or
or
software,
hardware, software.
they're going to put a recall on your head 24/7 playing nonstop.
Man, I
Din-
can't do that. I can't. I can't.
Do you know they did that in the lore? They did put somebody through that.
Man.
It was
Hey Ichi, look at my thing.
okay, that's appropriate for the topic. How about you, Ichi? What do you think? Is it possible to augment kids?
I would have to agree with PM here. If you have the money, then why not? But
Why would you? Diba?
yeah, but especially when you're living in Night City, you know. I mean, there's a lot of shit in Night City. You can steal, you can murder someone. You can do a lot of shit in Night City or outside of Night City, and you can just implant whatever the fuck you want, just like
If-
David Martinez.
If you can afford it, yeah.
What's his name
Actually-
again? David Martini or something?
Martinez.
David
David
Martinez.
Martinez. The thing
There-
about like his about his implant, he actually got it from his mom, correct?
Which
That's right.
her
Because-
mom stole, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, what?
yeah.
Oh,
Basically,
man.
she kind of stole it. The Sandy
That's
piston,
right. That's right.
And David Martinez saw it, and obviously he got it. And when the mom said bye, he instantly wanted to get the implant from the doctor, from the anong tawag dun sa doctor?
Ripper
What-
Doc.
Ripper Doc, yeah, from the Ripper Doc. And yeah, wee wee wee.
let me fill that in with the context and answer your question again, Sacred. Yes, kids
Technically,
can get
yes.
augmented. There are laws specifying the age of that, but if you could afford it, why not? As the most common implant a human being, a GANIC, that's what you call when you're mostly human, can get
Mm.
is optics. Because optics come with a
Mm-mm.
cerebral implant that includes holocalls, ability to contact people through
Mm-mm.
cybernetics in your brain, so you don't need a phone.
So does
Uh,
that mean? Is this the same way that you talk to to Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Even though he's dead.
I will have to explain that separately because that's a completely different
Different
system, but-
story. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But imagine this.
But
Imagine
imagine having contacts
in your head.
in your head, yeah, and you can take take phone calls, have video chats, or maybe
How
heck,
the
if you have BDs
All right,
on
all right.
hand, why
Let me-
not?
Let me give you this. Imagine this, Sacred. Now, at your age, everybody in this world has neural and cybernetic implants in their brain. At the bare minimum, their optics and the neural core, which consists of 2 neural ports on left and right side of the head and 4 something like slot ports, or I guess in our
USB.
is that?
USB.
So wait. Whoa, guys, hear me out in this part. Did you just said USB port and USB cord, right?
Something like that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So
yep.
does that mean, is that where Sex 5 is invented?
That's brain
I
dance.
think-
That's a completely different thing.
Yeah.
So now
BDs, yeah.
Yes.
imagine you have a smartphone built into your brain.
Guys, give me a moment.
Pretty much.
Sure.
Sure.
So having a smartphone built into your brain allows you to make calls, transact. It's like I can access my Gcash and I can visually see the interface through my own corneas. No one else can
Mm-mm.
see it. The only thing other people can see is that my eyes are glowing abnormally, which would normally be creepy any other timeline.
Yep.
But
Mm-mm.
here,
So basically, if I use the male cord to my female cord, does that mean I'm fucking myself?
not necessarily. I
Depends.
think
Depends on how you put it.
Does that mean it's mind fuckery?
Not quite, because they didn't explain that. You know, he's trying to troll with his questions, but there are answers for those. Because the neural ports in the normal cybernetic person are built into either the hands or at the back of the neck. We have long USB cables there that we can plug into computers or other people so that we can interface. That's people get that built in at an early age. So as the organic body grows, it's just going to meld in with their skull and whatnot. It's really kind of fucked up. It really is kind of fucked up.
So we can reach like the age of the 700 years old or something.
It is possible.
If you're going to survive the harsh environment of Night City.
And the thing is, the organic brain is one of the main organs that remains mostly intact. They augment it, they add to it, but it's never really all that much changed. So if you want to live forever, you'd normally have to replace every living organ in your body.
Much
So
like the-
brain.
Much like the
That-
enemy on the last episode of
Uh,
Edge
Adam Smasher did not really change his brain, although he has been known to transfer his consciousness into bodies. All right, this is lore, but he once transferred his consciousness into a body that looked like Elvis Presley,
Wow.
just so he could sleep with one of the Arasaka daughters.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah, and here's
Wait,
that's lore. It's canon. That's canon.
It's canon.
That's canon.
And
Wow.
here's the funny thing about that. When you transfer your consciousness from your normal human body to another body, is it your actual consciousness is transferred, or did you just make a copy of yourself and install it there where the actual one died?
Okay, so it's pretty much this question. Are you still the same person if you transfer yourself to another body?
And that there is the
That's
question of
Mm-mm.
Soul Killer in Cyberpunk 2077.
Damn!
Everything is connected.
Everything's connected. But we're not here to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. We're here to talk about David Martinez and Edgerunners.
And we're pretty much segued to the main topic, but let's
Oh.
go back to the
I mean, we
anime.
had to establish the context.
Well,
Actually,
this is-
like,
that's true.
the context. We had
True.
to explain some stuff for a Sacred Edge to make him understand a little
That-
bit.
Mm.
Oh, it's
And-
true.
And Ichi started off perfectly. David Martinez is a street kid. He comes from Santo Domingo, is poor, but his mom, who is a medical retrieval practitioner, she just carries out the bodies, really. She works really hard to make enough money to send her son to school, an expensive school for assholes.
Oh,
So-
Exactly.
Whoa, that's
In
quite
other
a
words,
narcissistic asshole.
welcome to Arasaka.
Arasaka Academy. Well,
yep.
Now, Arasaka is the biggest conglomerate of this world. So they do everything. They make food, they make entertainment, they make movies.
They pretty
make
much make
pop stars.
everything.
Yeah, they're basically Disney. Yes,
If Disney owned everything.
they're getting there. It's
But-
very close.
But where David is studying, it's pretty much in a minuscule way, a minuscule version of what Arasaka is.
Yes. Yes, the
So-
school is really meant for the children of corpos.
Mm-mm.
And the tuition fee is just. Can you imagine how bad our inflation is right now? And then imagine how bad it was for them. It's much worse.
Much worse.
Much,
So
much worse.
Especially
it's-
like everyone's like have implants and everything. If
yeah.
you don't have an implant, go home. Like,
You
why
know
are
what?
you even here?
You know, it's actually funny
Basically.
in the first episode of Edgerunner that David is no we see David updating himself with a corrupted
That well,
Update.
no. Well, that's the middle of the episode. In the beginning, we see him getting off on watching somebody die.
oh yeah.
That's we have to establish that David is a nice guy, but he's not entirely a good guy.
Mm-mm.
Because
Quote,
this is
quote
the
unquote on the quote unquote on the word nice there.
Yeah, because this is the kind of world we live in. Nobody's really innocent in Night City.
Yeah,
No
no
one-
one is anymore. Even the kids know everything.
That's
No
right.
one in Night City is pretty much no one is equal unless you have the power.
Well, yeah, among other
Mm-mm.
things. And
Mm-mm.
David being in his state, well, the first things that you see in the episode is somebody who goes ape shit and starts killing cops left and right. And you don't know why. There's no motivation. He doesn't talk. He doesn't. There's no motivation. He's just using weapons, blowing cops' brains out,
Mhm.
ripping them shreds with blades.
Oh damn!
And then it turns out that David was just watching the memory of this psychotic killer through a brain dance. And that tells a lot about the kind of world it is and the kind of person David is. He gets off on that. I mean, let's establish that he got off on that a bit. But he's not entirely without. He's still the most human character in this place. His mom
in the very
works really
start,
hard.
In the very
At the-
start,
He's the most human physically and metaphorically in the series at
Metaphorically,
the
yes.
very beginning.
Yes.
But bad things happen, and he ends up getting access to that psycho killer's cyberware, which is a Sandevistan spinal implant, which the effect is for the user, it allows him to move at accelerated speeds while the perception of time is slowed.
In other words, I am speed.
I am speed. Basically, he gets to become Quicksilver from the X-Men movies.
Or the
Mm,
clock
quick-
up for Kabuto. Yes.
Quicksilver or
Yes.
Flash?
Yes.
Quicksilver
Actually,
or
Howl,
Flash?
Howl.
Yes.
I have seen this meme, and it's kind of funny. Like, I'm not sure if you want to answer this.
All right, hit me.
How many times can you nut within the Sadvistan?
Oh my God! Why?
You know I can answer that. I can actually
Jeez.
answer that.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Why?
Depending.
Itchy, I thought you were the most innocent person in this podcast.
PM.
Why?
PM. PM.
yeah.
PM.
He
Wait,
doesn't
wait,
know
wait,
me.
wait.
That she's
That's
not-
why. That's why he doesn't.
PM. You have
I
to
am
under.
not. I
PM.
am
This
not.
is your podcast. When have we ever had an innocent person in this podcast?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, you just remembered.
Oh yeah.
No,
ano-
that is just. I didn't just remember. I just realized that in this podcast, whether you're a guest or not, you're degenerate as we are. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm accepting that
Also
now.
And in fact,
PM,
because
PM. I forgot
Yeah?
to mention this, but Ichi is not a say-so. So just
Yeah.
just remind you
Okay.
that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
not
okay.
say so. So
Angelic,
whatever.
so angelic voice and say so attitude. Got it.
well, because Ichi asked me so so nicely and so maturely, I'm going to answer that in the same level. Depending on the Sandevistan type and your humanity grade, a person can normally go and use it for about 20 seconds, and the cooldown time is usually hours or
Ow.
minutes, depending on how well. So, in the case of V in Cyberpunk 2077, at the best build, they could use Sandevistan every 15 seconds,
Mm.
and the
Okay.
cooldown is also 15 seconds. I mean,
Mhm.
it would last around 50 seconds when activated, but the recovery time is only 15 seconds or less.
Mm.
In the case of David, he could use it consecutively with little gaps. But we all know what happened when he did that.
Yeah.
It's not just cooming.
Yes,
He's just cooming blood as well.
human bodies are not meant to move that fast, or they're not meant to perceive time in such a way. It's an
Mm-mm.
overdrive on the brain. It's an overdrive on the body. It's unfortunate for this character that he had to make the choice to install it into himself because of the tragic events that led up to his life at that point.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
that's actually
Then he
pretty
had
tragic.
many more implants after that.
Yep.
So it became worse.
But let's talk about why this became so much worse than that. As I'll say it, spoiler alert. David watches his mom die.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
fuck.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's actually
and-
one of the most tragic events
in the first
in-
episode,
in the
and
first
every
episode.
episode has tragedy.
yes.
So If that was not bad, I mean, for context for sacred, imagine that you and your mom are having a heartfelt talk, driving down the highway, going home after you fucked up school. And then some gangbanger decides to open fire on the car next to you. You're not the target, but they shoot through your car while you're in it, causing you to crash. Now you're stuck in the car because you, like the mature adult you are, put on your seatbelt, but your mom is outside. So you're screaming your lungs out to get somebody to help her, and then here comes the ambulance. They check her out, they check you out, and you're so happy that they're going to help her. But you know what happens?
You don't have health insurance.
You don't have health insurance, so they leave you alone and your
Do that.
mom.
Yeah.
So
They
you
just
watch
leave.
that. They
Yeah.
just leave. They take a look at the body of the person who was getting shot at because they were rich and they had insurance. But they leave you to die. So you recover, but your mom. No, at first they tell you that your mom's going to be okay. Then one day later, they tell you she dies.
Just what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
take note on this, Secret. That's just the first episode.
That's just the
Mm,
first
That's
episode.
just the
The
first
esca-
episode.
The escalation of tragedy on each episode increases up until the episode
The last
10,
episode.
which
And
is
I will.
which is the most tragic episode of all
And-
of the season of Cyberpunk Edgerunner.
I love this game. I love this world, but I can tell you there are no happy stories. I will quote V and Johnny Silverhand's final conversation here. V, at the end of the game, V says to Johnny Silverhand, I don't know. I was expecting maybe a happier ending for everyone involved. Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves says, for what? For us in this city, wrong people, wrong city. There are no happy endings in
Mm.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Well, that sounds like my life.
Oh, actually,
Oh.
if you were to put into context the kind of world this is and your life now, believe me, you have so much more. You're way richer than these people.
Yeah, and
He's-
if you're going to compare your life in Cyberpunk that you are now, you are going to be grateful on what you currently have. Because in Cyberpunk Edgerunner, you're just happy that you can get off with something that you can watch in your head.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be lucky enough to come home alive the next day.
Yes.
That's the
Mm.
kind of world that is. And the home you're going home to charges you 3 times the amount of rent you normally have to pay from the job you make.
Mm-mm.
For a per day?
Yes.
Per month, I guess. Like,
Well, some
Right?
places per day.
Per month.
well, some days. Yeah, some.
Oh,
Well, shit.
oh yeah. Then.
It's not bad.
It
It's really that
depends.
bad.
Yeah,
So
but it's bad. Yeah.
there's no happiness. So that brings us to episode 2. Episode 1 introduces the character Lucy, who is a netrunner. A netrunner is someone who can access, hack, manipulate the net to do things.
So
Now-
in video game term, that's one of the hacking element in the game, right?
Now,
Yeah,
if you're a netrunner, yes.
Okay, just think of this as just think of Edgerunners as one of the hackers in Watchdog, but more upgraded and more suitable in hacking someone's mind.
Mindjacker. All right, there we go.
Or if I'm gonna dumb down the analogy, imagine standing in a room full of people who only know how to use a typewriter, and you know how to write an HTML with Notepad.
Oh damn!
Jesus.
That's what a
GG.
netrunner is, basically.
GG.
That's what that's the difference.
Mm.
The vast difference between the regular public and a netrunner. Now there are a lot of netrunners, and it's a very dangerous it's not even a real occupation because it's hacking. It's illegal. The people who do it are actually hired to do it for security, but there are those like Lucy's character who are referred to as mercenaries or edge runners, wherein they take jobs from fixers. Fixers are basically your pimp. I mean, in a non-sexual way, they're basically your pimp. They give you jobs to do, and this can be anything from acquire this thing, or infiltrate this area and plant this bug, steal this data, zero somebody, zero everybody. That's sort. It's mercenary work, and the lifestyle of this world is so intense that once you become an edge runner or you become a mercenary, the only life that's worth living is the one that's illegal. Yes, you make the most money doing the bad stuff.
Well, that sounds like that sounds metallic.
Yep.
It's metal as fuck.
Mm-mm.
It's fun, but
It's pretty much the saying that once you get in, you can never get out.
Cannot escape anymore.
yeah, it's a death sentence the moment you choose that kind of life.
So how do you escape?
You don't.
You don't.
Apparently, the only there is in the city there's a thing they call legends. A legend is someone who becomes famous by doing something great. But how do they do something great? They have to die great.
Sounds like it.
Yep. The only way you become famous in this city is if you die in a blaze of glory. Quote unquote Dexter Deshawn.
And
So David, being the street kid that he is, meets Lucy, who's a netrunner, and they're so cute together, I swear, at the very beginning. Kinilig ako. Speaking
wow.
in my own
Well, I'm going to vouch for that because at the very beginning of episode 2, their dynamic is meh, but
it's
with-
cute. It's development. It's character development because
while
you
yes, that's true. While the two of them develop, the more you want them to stay together.
yeah, because the way I'm sure Ichi thought about this in the beginning, you were the kind of word that is you're suspicious.
Mm-mm.
You're very why is this person suddenly so kind? Why is he so nice? And then you start to think for a few minutes, maybe she found a kindred. Maybe she's that sweet. You know, she takes you on a date to the moon through a brain dance, which is a psychological no, what's the word for this?
Cybernetic. Or
It's
I think
It's more on.
Go on.
It's more on like a dream kind of thing, but
that you can watch.
that
yeah.
you can watch and you can immerse yourself in it.
So-
It's kind of like
Sword Art
Revive Me
Online.
or something like that, or yeah, it's kind of like Sword Art Online actually.
okay. I thought it was more of a lucid dream.
Not really, no.
Not quite.
Because you can, like you can immerse yourself onto it, and you can touch things, you can feel things, or something like that. In lucid, in those kinds of dreams, you don't really get to feel a certain way.
It's to explain the sacred. Imagine your most fondest memory, and then recording that, and then putting it in a chip so everybody can watch it. When they watch it, they feel everything you felt at that moment. They
Dude.
can interact with the world as you remembered it. They can actually move around in
Mm-mm.
the parts that you saw, in the parts that you were part of. They can do minor things like say they move the chair, but it's just a recorded memory. It's a simulation of a memory, but it's as real as it can get.
So I can simulate anyone's touches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how the sex industry works in this world.
So I guess this is true. I guess Sex 2 truly is Cyberpunk 2067.
Well,
Cyberfuck.
well, in the Cyber 2077 world, it's more on Sex 4 because
Welcome to Sex 2.
It's actually
0.5
4
is
or 5.
fuck.
4, 5 because the way they jack you off is an automated.
Automated jack off hand?
No.
It's I'm suddenly shy thinking about this was Ichi's here. But
Don't be what the hell?
Okay,
Okay, do you want me to explain to Sacred Edge?
actually,
I
yes.
can do it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
go on. Go
Oh,
ahead.
yes.
Explain
yes,
it.
yes.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
I have to get out of here.
So imagine you're like in a what do you call this, sex room or something like that,
Yeah, that's a lounge
Yeah.
room or something.
or
Ichi,
like
what the
yeah,
fuck?
you're.
I think it's any
Yeah.
room in Cyberpunk. Any
Then
room.
imagine in any room. Then suddenly there's this beautiful girl with a lingerie on. Then suddenly they jack you off and do some stuff with you, like
What the
sex,
fuck?
Mm-hmm.
and
What
you
the
can
fuck?
like feel it, like you could. It feels so real to the point you don't think that you're in a brain dance. That so like what?
Ichi, what the fuck?
I think this is the
Ichi?
first. I think this is the first time that Sacred has been shy when we talk about sex.
Look, I know I'm into really stupid shit into my entire life. This is the first time I've ever got in the most awkward position. I'm now officially in the most awkward position right now.
You're
And the girl-
welcome.
You're
Now,
welcome.
You're
Ichi is now
welcome.
talking about sex.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun,
Ichi
dun,
is now
dun,
talking
dun.
My God, a girl. I don't know if I could call you a girl, but Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm not touching that with a 50-foot pole. Ah, you're on your own, now, buddy.
I'm not touching that with 100-foot pole.
No, I had to ask.
But
I don't know.
anyways, just think that like brain dance can.
So it's like I'm putting my USB type of my male USB on on the female USB, is it?
No.
No,
For
no.
example, you have a chip, like you can insert the chip on your head or maybe on your brain.
Your brain dance headgear, yeah.
Yeah, your brain dance headgear, or maybe ano ba? Like
Ichi, I'ma put you here right now. You horny fuck. There you go.
I just know stuff. I'm not that honky, okay?
Yeah, I
but
know.
Honky.
but yeah, just think of it like you are watching porn, but it's real. Like you
So
can
I guess that truly is porn 5 or something.
All right. Or let me expand on that a little more. Imagine watching a porno movie starring Johnny Sins, but when you watch it, you're
I
Johnny
am-
Sins.
You're actually Johnny Sins.
and
It's
you
like
feel
VR, but
everything. Yeah.
real.
And here's the fun part. That's just one part of the sex industry in this world. Because the way they do it,
more.
there's so much more. Because this is the non-physical aspect, wherein
Actually-
you live the simulation of somebody's sexual act with somebody else. There's the physical aspect of it, wherein people augment their body parts to do certain things.
Mm-mm.
Are we fusioning?
I mean, I'm not sure. Has anybody else played the game here besides me?
No,
I
that-
did play the game.
I
I
haven't
did play the
actually.
game, though. I think I'm just
Guys,
half of
guys,
it,
guys,
but
guys.
anyways.
Yeah.
Guys, since Ichi said some stupid shit like that, I would like to show you really, really the most Ichi thing that I've seen.
Okay.
What?
Okay, what
Ichi?
is
What?
I present to you Ichi with a condom.
what?
No, no,
Oh no.
Oh, no.
no.
Oh
You're welcome,
no!
Ichi. There
Hey,
we go.
practice safe. Be protected, guys.
there we
Be
go.
protected.
There
A
you go.
priest once told me that there are two things in life you must always have: a gun and a condom. And you
What?
wish that you had. Yeah, he said, hope that you never need them, but always know that you must have them.
A what? A what? A gun or a
And
condom?
a gun and a condom. And
I
I think
think-
Main said something like that to David actually in episode 3. Yeah,
What
Main,
kind of shit I got myself
yeah.
into?
Sacred wisdom there. Sacred wisdom there.
Main said that all you need is iron and your cock sock.
I'm sorry, what?
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Oh my
Uh,
fucking god. This discussion is so awkward.
Because these are rules of life. Now,
It's pretty.
I'm-
It's pretty much the rule in the cyberpunk world.
No, I
Yeah.
meant in real life. No, I meant in real life.
Oh, if
Oh, yeah.
if you actually want to experience what we're talking about here, just imagine there was a convention in Japan for VR hentai.
Yeah, that sounds like it.
That sounds normal to me. I mean,
Yeah, I know that's the
No, no,
Very
no.
much.
What I mean is in that convention, there is a booth where you wear a VR and pretty much like what happened in Cyberpunk, you can actually
Oh, you mean the
Yeah.
automated on the hold, the electronic
Yeah.
on the hold?
yeah.
That sounds
Again, no, the
sounds
Cyberpunk
normal.
world has that, but I'm gonna say again that
It's pretty much
it's not. It's
it's pretty-
normal.
in our society it's extreme, but in Cyberpunk
Is
it's
it
pretty
really?
No, what I mean is in Cyberpunk it's pretty tame in a sense.
I mean, yes. I'm gonna bring this up with Ichi. You remember that quest where you find a guy who's screaming in pain because his crotch is on fire?
Mm-mm.
What?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Oh,
I
sorry, what?
remember.
All right. If you're driving around north side of Night City, you'll encounter a guy screaming to high heavens that he needs help. Now, if you stop, you talk to him. It's actually an optional side quest. He will tell you that he augmented his parts and they're causing him extreme pain. You decide to help him, and he tells you that he installed the Mr. Stud 9000. Which-
Mr. Stud.
What
Yes.
the fuck?
Stud.
Yes.
Guys, what can you please tell me? What the fuck is Mr. Stud 9000? Is that
It's-
some sort of? Is
the
that a
el-
piston?
It's a neural linked electronic super penis. So
Oh, I thought that was a jack off machine.
no. He wanted to
Nah.
please the ladies. But the
Okay.
thing is, the problem with the Mr. Stud 9000 is that it's a defective model.
What?
And in his own words, it's equivalent to sticking your dick into a pencil sharpener.
What the fuck is this shit?
So your quest,
Oh god.
What is this discussion coming off to?
this is an actual quest in the game. And to save him,
Hey Ichi,
you
are
have
you okay?
oh
Yes.
she's played this.
I'm
She's seen this.
fine. I've seen that already.
Oh my
To
God.
save his life, to save the man, you have to drive through Northside and get him to a Ripper Duck to operate on him. Unfortunately for the man, every time you pass, there are detours like children
Mhm.
crossing, trucks detour, extreme traffic,
Wait,
burning cars on the road.
wait. So you're on your way to the Ripper Doctor. There is an obstacle where you need to
More
stop.
than
More
four.
yeah.
where
There's a
you
lot.
where you need to stop, and the Mr. Stud 9000 just keeps on heating up.
He just screams in pain. I'm on fire! My crotch it burns! His voice gets higher
need to
and
watch-
higher. And
I need to
and then
watch this shit.
when you stop
Mr. Stud.
when you stop at the traffic light when
9000?
kids are crossing, he's in so much pain. He just says, "Run them over!"
Wasn't it? Guys, can you type the Mr. Stud? Oh, there we go. Side job is Mr. Stud. Okay, there we go. So the side job is burning desire, Mr. Stud malfunction, right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. It's one of my
Mhm.
favorite quests. One of the
I need
early
to watch
quests you can
this.
do. It's
I
it's
need to watch
fri-
this.
and the guy who acts out is an actual VTuber. I forgot his name. He's a YouTuber. Excuse me. He does YouTube videos. The guy
What the
acting out that
fuck?
guy. Yeah, they have so many cameos in this game. It's amazing. He does pay you very handsomely after you help him, and he finds you to be a very respectable person, even when you're telling him as he's screaming for God, please suffer in silence.
What the fuck is this game?
It's chaotic,
Yeah.
but it's funny.
I mean,
Damn.
the whole time he's in pain. You're like,
Yes.
yeah.
Um,
It's a, you
I,
don't
I
even.
know.
Oh,
I
yes.
know you're
Oh,
in
yeah.
pain.
Guys,
I know.
quick question. Oh yeah, I need to ask this.
Yeah.
So how are humans and cyberpunk people doing? Are they coexisting or something?
No.
That's a tough question to answer because it depends on what you mean by coexisting.
You know, living like a normal human being, living in peace or something.
No.
Ah.
No. Hear
The
me out. Hear me
correct
out.
question, I think, is if
No,
if they're
yeah,
still
okay, go on.
human.
Yeah.
or if they're still surviving.
Or yeah,
If there,
exactly.
here's the better question: is there an if there's still an organic living on this planet?
And there
Yeah,
are
exactly.
organics. There are the really poor people. There's a lot.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, close enough. Well, so to answer your guys' question, so the normal human being are shit poor,
Yes,
They're
Yes.
poor.
and it's up
Yes.
to
they're shit
and
poor and they're homeless and
and
they're
in order to
everywhere.
I
in
think
order to save their ass,
the only kind of like implant that they can have is like optics, probably.
The cerebral network and the
Probably.
optics. I think the
how the
cerebral
fuck?
network.
How
Some
the
of them,
fuck?
some of those parts, I think, are government mandated because they need to be part of the network so that they can.
That's the yeah. That's why.
Wait.
That's the
It's-
only implants that they can have.
because it's government mandated. Yeah.
Mm-mm. But other than like for example, the Santa Vista and the
Or
the
the
Mr. Stone
Kiroshi.
Street 9000, they cannot afford that.
I mean,
So, in other words, you're shit out of luck in
every
life.
everybody in that world except for the rich people are it's just shit out of luck.
Mm-mm.
It's really bad. So
Well,
It's
fuck.
sad, man.
we just gave you additional context into what kind of world this is that David, the main character, is living through.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
I guess I can understand that.
And to give you context on how David was living, he he needs to jump to a
a
ton
better
of
life.
No. On the beginning of the story, where from their apartment, he needs to
Jump from
jump
yeah.
from a ledge to a bunch of trash so that he can walk to his school.
You know,
That's
I,
how
vi-
shitty it is.
Parkour.
I visited that building in Cyberpunk. It's actually an abandoned mega building. The fact that they're living there at all says a lot. It's an
And
abandoned building.
Wait, okay, so basically it is a fan service anime because of to give their love to the game, correct?
They made
Yeah.
the anime at the same time the game was being developed, actually.
Oh,
Really?
close enough.
Yeah. Because the game was released, was it end of 2020? It was, wasn't it? End of 2020?
I think
Yes,
it's
2020.
I think it's
And-
around either
and the-
mid 2020 or winter 2020.
I think it was winter 2020, and the anime was announced mid 2020. So both were in simultaneous development.
Mm.
Not gonna
Um,
lie, I guess they did it anyway. So
They
cool.
did it perfectly. That's why the game is so popular. Why people got pulled into it after watching the anime because the
Would it
anime.
be,
There's so many
So-
references to the places.
so
as
wouldn't
well.
it be will it be nice if if the character from the oh wait, never mind, they're all dead.
Well, except for one.
Well-
Except for one.
I don't know about that. It is the moon.
The moon.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you can say
well, we can talk about that later, but
yeah.
guys, so yeah, I just realized it. I was supposed to ask if there if wait, now that you mentioned that they're all freaking robots, does that mean they can actually create another one of them in the
Well,
same version?
Not
Not really.
Mm.
Not really.
that's a technology that only Arasaka has.
Mm-mm.
It's a very unique thing in itself. We're breaking the lore of Edgerunners here because this goes into another topic, but there is a thing called Secure Your Soul. Originally, the purpose was that it would record the engrams of a living person so that after they pass away, the family members could talk to the personality construct that was recorded. It's like you copy pasted my personality into data so that after I die, you could still talk to me, but my data version.
So it's like a codec except recorded. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
that's right. It's everything that I was, everything that I am from the beginning to the end, but in data form.
So I thought so you will not have a physical form.
That was the original plan, yes. Until Soul Killer, that son of a bitch.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, they have a technology that lets you install the engrams into a person. But there's a downside. Well, the upside It gives you neurogenic regeneration. It will repair psychological and mental damage and physical damage at the same time because of the nanomachines. The downside, it is
Son.
simultaneously killing you and driving you crazy and batshit insane because
Okay.
it's
Okay, so
forcing the personality that's recorded on the chip to overwrite yours.
okay, so it's pretty much like cyberpsychosis, but in a much worse way.
It actually prevents cyberpsychosis. What it does is that if, say, I you recorded yourself into Soul Killer's biochip and I plugged you in, what's going to happen is that you overwrote my personality. Eventually, you're going to be the one in my body, and I'll be gone.
Okay,
It's like copy and paste. It's like what do you call this? It's what do you call this analogy? Game Boy games. For
Something like
example,
that.
the Game Boy cartridges, and then I had to put an extra the whatever game, and then replace it with another game, kind.
Yeah, it's like
What-
plug and play, I guess. Ganun.
Something
Okay.
like that, except for one major detail.
What?
The chip rewrites your DNA structure to match the personality construct in the chip. So if I installed PM's chip into my head, not only will PM eventually take control of my body and be the sole person in my body,
Mhm.
but my DNA will be rewritten to match PM's. And if I remain,
Okay.
I will be expunged out of my own body, forcefully, painfully, as if I was being set on fire, removed.
Okay. Okay. So to put it in context, you can compare this to the metaverse of DC as Murder Machine.
Mm.
Oh,
Like that, I guess. Yeah, I suppose I can see that analogy.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
in the metaverse, Alfred was turned in. Alfred's consciousness was copied into an AI, and then this AI wants to protect Bruce, so he took over Bruce's body and then turned it into a cyborg. Is that pretty
That's
much? Is that pretty
that's the
much?
thing. They can only transfer personality constructs into other living bodies. They can't
fuck.
really transfer it into machine
Mm.
mechanical ones. Which brings us to Adam Smasher because
Oh yeah, I've been wanting to ask about Adam Smasher. I did saw down the gameplay footage of like several years ago.
Mm.
That he's basically one of the strongest strongest boss, kind of like the nemesis when he's chasing you around.
if
Kind
you
of.
fight him unprepared, he is the strongest thing you will fight.
And if you're prepared, he's
If you are prepared, oh wow. Let me put it this way. I fought him 7 times in my 8 playthroughs.
wait.
And
Is it in the beginning or the somewhere
oh
in the
no
late
no,
game?
towards the very end.
Oh, I thought
Um,
at the beginning. So oof.
Oh, so you're talking Arasaka then?
Even Arasaka, the Johnny Silverhand ending, I did it all already. But when you fight him and you fight him prepared, even if he were to launch missiles at you, you could break him in a couple of hits. Is one, your stats are just overpowered at that point. If you decide to fight him at overpowered level, and two, if you're a net runner, you can just fry his ass.
What?
I mean
Oh, high egoism.
the way I did it was I hacked into him. Uh, Let me say this: the biochip in V makes him the strongest net runner. So
Wait,
it
wait,
makes.
wait.
Remember how Lucy did it, and he was able to counter her.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot counter V because it's not just one mind attacking him; it's two.
Okay, so
Damn.
um, so Adam Smasher is the strongest edge runner, not just in cybernetic form.
He's more like a bodyguard now, actually, not an
Hmm.
edge runner anymore.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Guys, it's almost midnight now on my end, but I had a lot of fun talking to you guys.
Okay,
Okay.
we missed the
Alright.
good parts on why Rebecca's the best girl.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can. Oh yeah, okay, you can. Okay, I want to hear. I want to hear Rebecca before I leave because it's almost midnight. I had to wake up like 5.
All right, Itchy,
Alright.
let's fast forward this a bit.
Sure thing. No
All right.
problem.
Uh,
So
Yeah.
let's just prepare Sacred here that Rebecca is best
No.
girl not just in Edgerunner, but current Trigger anime.
For the entire series, she's the one that's probably the most human of them all.
Yep.
So
That's-
how is she even a human if her own skin is basically Jenny XJ9 or some shit?
That's why you have to watch it. It's something
Yeah, I know.
I cannot
Mm.
explain. But she is definitely the most human of them all, and there are no I know very few people who are actually like that kind of person. That's why she's
Mm.
become the ideal personality, the ideal woman overall.
There's
Uh,
I will
in the
never
whole,
forget the image that you sent me last, few days ago.
Oh,
How
Again, like I said, I have that framed and hanging on my wall.
in the whole
Jesus.
in the whole series. I'm going to be honest with you. Rebecca is the one holding the team together.
Yep,
That's pretty much what
Oh.
I'm going to say because
Mm-mm.
it's true.
the way Rebecca handles everything, she's not just thinking as a cyberpunk, but she's also thinking as a human.
And she's thinking of them as family.
Yeah,
Mm.
true.
And I guess just to give more context for Sacred here, when I was explaining Lucy, Lucy is part of this team. And at first, this team is, suspicious of David because he has the Sandevistan, the thing that lets him move super fast and move like he's in bullet time. But he eventually decides to join them, and he's successful with their mission. So as time goes on, he pulls off missions with them. They become family. They get closer and everything. But as the series goes on, and this is only 10 eps, bad things happen to a lot of people.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And
Fuck.
yeah, bad things happen to a lot of people to the point that the team itself is reduced to just a few members.
I think there's only 4 that's left.
Remaining after losing also 4. Once they shrink, David, to better himself, for the missions and to protect Lucy, decides to augment himself even further. So he gets a new body, he gets new muscles, he gets a new skeleton, he gets new organs. So he doesn't look like his old self. He's a big, muscular guy. It's a cybernetic body.
Just think of it as David bulking up in a month.
Yep.
Yes,
He,
he did.
he roided out with cybernetics.
He roided out, yes.
And he's doing all that for Lucy. Lucy, the Netrunner. Who
Hold on. So is it possible that the Cyberpunk can get overheat or something?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because you're not supposed to augment yourself too much.
Oh.
If you over install parts into yourself, you run the risk of entering cyber psychosis. It's when the human brain cannot keep up with the installations and the changes made to the human body, and they go crazy.
How about, is there a cyber ice water thingy for the CPU, cyber CPU or something?
I am glad you brought that up because netrunners use ice water to use their hacking methods. They actually have to step into a bathtub filled with ice just to do their high-profile net running hacking.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
How did I brought that up?
Yeah, it's all true. It's all in the lore. It's all canon, and you do see a lot of naked people doing that.
Mm-mm.
Wait. I thought this is some PC stuff that I've just brought up. I thought
No,
this is
no.
They install the PCs in their heads, bro.
No,
I mean, the if you're gonna put the most greatest graphic cards, and then you need some cooling system.
Literal water cooling is what they do in a bathtub full of ice.
Yep.
Yeah.
How the fuck did I pull that off? How the fuck did I guess that off?
It's really quite something.
Yeah.
Okay, just think of this. Just think of this, Sacred. Every time an edge runner going to deep space, they need an ice water bath to cool themselves off. Pretty much
Yeah, that
like
makes sense.
pretty much like when our CPU, a high-end CPU, needs either a nitrogen cooling system or
Water cooling.
a water cooling.
Is liquid nitrogen good?
Not to drink, no.
not to
I
drink.
would,
Not to drink. Not to drink.
Not the
I mean,
drink.
what does cyber people drink again?
Alcohol.
Oh, as
Lots and lots
in
of alcohol.
rubbing alcohol, drinking alcohol, or
Oh no, they
items
got they
sell
got they got
alcohol?
rum, they got whiskey, they got beer.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay. I got so confused with the cyber people, so I don't know what the fuck are they gonna drink.
I honestly I don't even know if they still have rubbing alcohol that's not drinkable.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure.
I don't think they I don't think they have rubbing alcohol in Cyberpunk the way they're living.
Oh,
I don't think that it even exists.
But
ah,
man,
fuck.
why is this show so good? That's a question I've been asked so many times. I think the it gives you this. It treats it like a shonen anime at the very beginning. You are introduced to something that's dangerous to everyone, and our hero is able to use it without consequence. So you think, oh, he's like one of those special MCs that he's the chosen one. Diba? He can use the weapon, and he's gonna make it to the end of the anime being the hero.
No, I don't know.
Episode 6 onwards, you realize that's not the case. He's not the chosen one. He's not gonna end up becoming the hero. Because the weapon, the item he uses to give him that ability, is screwing him literally like a cactus dildo.
God damn it.
And and here, to give it more context, the more you use that cactus dildo,
The more you die.
The more you die, the more you bleed out.
But
Fuck.
to be fair, if you actually use a cactus dildo, you actually will die. So just there's
If
something
you
to
shove
think
it
about.
way too much in your ass, yes, of course.
As they say, everything is a dildo if you're brave enough. So
Oh my god.
No,
You guys are
no.
you guys are fucked up, Jesus Christ. Anyway, guys,
I'm
oh,
not even
guys.
I'm not even that crazy to do that. To be honest.
I think
Oh,
Harold will.
I would not use it on me.
God fucking
What?
damn it.
What?
Wait.
Guys, I would like to say good night now because it's almost midnight now. So I would like to say thank you so much for having me here. It's been fun, but I will make sure to watch Cyberpunk 2069 or
please,
something.
yeah.
Please do.
And
Please
remember-
do.
Please do, yeah.
I recommend it, and remember, Sacred, when all things fail, cactus dildo.
God damn
Oh
it.
no.
Anyway, guys, I would like to say good night. So Cyberfuck 2069, here we go.
Alright, bye-bye,
Bye.
Sacred
Good night.
Ledge.
Anyway,
Good
Hal,
night.
Until
Good night.
next time, you magnificent bastards.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Night, night.
Well, now that Sacred's gone, I guess we can actually talk about the nitty gritty of this because, oh my god, this series.
Oh
This
yes.
series. Man,
Guys,
like
get
it's all over the internet. Like I was actually when like Cyberpunk was like a thing, like I was actually like, in bed rest. So I can't really do anything.
I mean,
So like a lot of like on my feed, like on my Facebook feed, Twitter feed, it's all Cyberpunk. And I
you're
was
probably
like,
wondering, what's this
wait,
about?
what's
Why?
wait, Cyberpunk? I know this, like the video game, Oh, they made an anime? Oh, okay, I'll watch it. When I watch it,
Oh god damn.
For me, it was the reverse. Yes, I finished the game after patch 1.5 came out, which is last year. So midway through last year, I was playing the game on PS4. Yes, on PS4. It was still broken, but it was enjoyable. That game, it ripped. It's like somebody shoved a fist into my chest, churned it with a blender, ripped out my heart, set it on fire, shat on it, stepped on it, and shoved it into my mouth. That's how the
the
game made me.
Cyberpunk experience.
The cyberpunk experience. And then I see the trailer for the game, for the anime. I was like, shit, Studio Trigger's handling this. Kuren Lagann, Kill la Kill, the original Gainax teams. Like, man, this is gonna be over the top and nuts. I can't wait to see this. So I was hype as hell. And then I watched the anime. I start off, oh, all my feelings are justified. One day later, I'm sitting alone in my room. All the lights are out. I was drinking. And so-
Man.
and my hand was on my face. My hand was on myself. Why is it like? Why is it like?
Everything is pain, in other words.
I mean, how how can Cyberpunk do this to me twice? No, but why would you do this to me twice? So I decide I want to know if other people are feeling the same way. I check out YouTube, I check out Facebook, and they are. And then and
Feelings.
when I saw that what happened to Rebecca, honestly, when I saw what happened to
Ground
Rebecca,
pounded, man.
tang
Yep.
ina, I mean, I
She
was,
wasn't even a mom, but she was ground pounded by
Yeah,
Adam
yeah, 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 yeah.
Smasher.
my chest, man. I was holding my chest. I mean, you know how most folks like. I know. I had that nabakla moment for a while. You know, I was my left hand was on my mouth, my right hand was on my chest, gripping my shirt. Oh my god!
No.
Oh my god! God, it was bad. It was really bad. And
Yeah.
then
And
on
then just-
YouTube, PM on YouTube,
Mhm.
somebody uploaded the ending theme, the "Let Me Down" ending theme. It had a music video,
Mhm.
and I clicked on it. Oh my god! The art is done by Ilya Kushanova, one of my favorite artists.
Yes.
Just,
Wait, give it.
Oh
give me
my
The,
god.
give me the link. Give me the link. I
You-
want to watch it.
you haven't. Oh my god!
Wait. Is that the one
man.
that you gave me?
Wait, no, I sent it to Sacred, but
I
wait,
think
this one.
You only
Wait,
said.
no, that's not the one. Hang on.
Okay.
But it
Let
was
me-
good.
It was magnificent. But-
Chef's kiss. That's what I'm gonna say.
It-
Chef's kiss.
You
Here's
gave
the-
me. You gave me the.
Yeah, I
link.
did. I said here. But here's the sad part about that music video. It's still cyberpunk. So for the third time in 1 week, my heart was ripped out of me again.
What's even life anymore?
Why would you do this to me? And it was only made worse because this was the week following Cosmania. So on Friday, when I met up with my friend Paul, who I was going to Cosmania with, we were at his house. He says, "Panch, I know what to cure you with. We're gonna watch Happy Stories." So he puts on Macross Delta, the latest movie of Macross Delta, and you know what? It ends with a fucking sad ending. A
Man.
terribly sad ending, and it rips my heart to shreds again. And I nearly punched him in the face. We said, "Okay, I'll make it up to you. We'll watch another happy anime." He puts on Fruits Basket.
What?
What?
The asshole puts on Fruits Basket. And then, so I know Fruits Basket. That's not happy. No.
Are
This
you
is,
sure that's happy?
then he says,
And
no. This is
Fruits
the
Basket-
prologue. It's the prologue. It's the story of the parents. Now, I didn't know the story of the parents of Toru from Fruits Basket. So I watched it.
Wait. They made a prologue for Fruits
Oh,
Fruits
Yeah.
Basket?
Yes, it's about the
Yes.
parents. Dude, it was one of my it was wonderful. But again, I got cyberpunked. It was terribly painful. He said, and the way he says it is like, "Panch, she's happy at the end. She ends up with her lover. Paul, they're dead. They're fucking dead.
They're dead.
Together in heaven, you asshole."
Man.
That was my weekend before Cosmania. So I went to Cosmania heartbroken. And then throughout it all, my Spotify has been playing I Wanna Stay at Your House on loop,
Man.
Never Fade Away, the samurai cover version, Let You Down on loop. Oh my god. The music of this series is so good. Even though it was music used in game, the way they directed it into the series, the score, the back.
Everything, in other words. Everything.
And then I realized why I love the score so much. It was done by Akira Yamaoka. And for those of you who don't know who that is, he's the guy behind the music of the Silent Hill series.
What?
Hooray!
So my favorite horror series, my favorite music for that matter, he did it for Cyberpunk Edgerunners. So, oh my god, it's like this series did everything right. It made me feel for a character in 10 episodes. In the span of time that it took to kill Kamina in Gurren Lagann, they managed to kill everyone.
You know,
It was
Yeah.
pain. It was a beautiful pain, but it's a pain I wish I want to say I wish I didn't have to feel it, but then I would not have experienced the show as it was.
Mhm.
and here's I'm going to be honest with you. You know, um, I'll know this that um, I pinned on not watching the last two episodes of Cyberpunk.
I got
Sure,
mad at you for it.
he got mad at me from it, but on my end, I just want to feel the excitement and the way. I just want to feel excitement. I just want to feel how it will end more. And then
Mm.
before this podcast started, I watched the last two episodes, and god damn it, it gave me a tear on my eye.
They gave him all the emotions he asked for times 1,000.
Pretty much.
Like
It's
when I was actually watching it, like because I binge watched it
same.
because like I was in bed rest. Well, don't really have anything much better to do than just to
Mhm.
watch.
Mhm.
Then suddenly, sweat came over to my eyes. I don't know why, but there was sweat. And emotions that I shouldn't feel, but I did.
It was
Everything
emotion.
it's an emotional roller coaster. Like
That's it's
it's
exactly that.
yeah.
I think
Like
this. I think
like
this.
I'm that type of person who's like I'm
Mhm.
not too, I don't get to feel, like emotional
Attached.
attachment
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. That's true.
on like fictional characters. But suddenly I have something.
In my mind, when I was watching the series, a note coming from the game was like, please, if anyone could get a happy ending, let
It should
these
be
people
Dave,
have.
yeah.
Please give it to Lucy or David or Rebecca especially, or Falco for that matter. Because these guys,
I
I mean,
think
they're
People
not.
deserve
I
it.
I think
Yeah,
Falco is still alive at the end of
dude.
Cyberpunk.
I spoke to Falco in the game.
Really?
He told me about David. He told me about their exploits, and he told me to never call him again.
Ooh, damn!
Yeah, because uh,
It's
you
the, eh,
find
it's that painful. Then it's that painful.
the brain dance that David was watching at the beginning of episode 1.
Yeah.
You find that near his home, near his
Real?
building apartment in a garbage can.
Wait,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah, and you watch it. It's the episode 1 cyber psychosis attack.
Mm-hmm.
You watch the whole thing, and then the end of the BD goes, yun, something like this was a warning that David Martinez did not follow. Will you? And then you're wondering who the hell is David Martinez?
Wait,
And then you start.
is that the, wait, 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 wait? Before you
It's an
continue,
actual quest in the game.
before you continue,
Yeah.
is that before the Edgerunner update?
This is the Edgerunner update.
Oh, okay,
Edgerunner.
okay.
So it gets even heavier because every place in the game you get to go to, every location. I have photos of my character at Lucy's apartment. You know, the building
What?
skyrise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Let me see if I can. I'll post that in the. I want to show Ichi also because
Mhm.
when I went there in game, I actually for a few minutes I kind of cried a bit. 'Cause it's not easy to climb that part of the building because you really have to put some effort into it. But I had the leg augments installed.
Mhm.
When I got there, I took photos and it's,
Emotions.
the emotions just came back really hard. So I listened to the song again. Wait,
And it's just pain.
it's just
Just pain. Pain and suffering.
Pain. Why is this anime so? That's
Oh, there
giving
it
us so
is.
much pain.
Actually, I'm glad I felt what I did when the show was airing. Because I haven't really felt that. Like Ichi said, we don't normally get attached to things anymore. It's the kind of world that we live in.
True.
But
There,
suddenly, suddenly,
I was able to feel these things again.
Wait. This is where
Lucy and
Lucy
David were
and
talking.
David was talking about the moon.
Yeah, where they made out, and then
Mhm.
that's a spot. It was hard to climb up there, but I did.
yeah.
It
That's
was
why we're gonna steal the moon.
that's how we're gonna steal the moon and bring her back, but not to Arasaka.
Man.
Gods.
The
I mean,
one-way ticket going to the moon is expensive, but
I mean,
you know what happened. How?
what made? I mean, from the surface, you're gonna see a sci-fi cyber adventure story, but what I saw was actually a love triangle, not a pairing, but a love triangle here, because David was willing to go that far for Lucy.
Yep.
Lucy was willing to go that far for David,
Yep.
and Rebecca was willing to go that far for both of them, even if she loved David as well.
You know, the way
And she,
you know what I see in Rebecca? The way I see Rebecca in the whole series is that he loves David too much.
she really
She-
did, because, dude, you know the first episode 3, all David did for her was really just hang out with her,
Yeah.
and keep getting her out of situations.
That's true.
He saved her life so many times, and in fact, she was really nice to him when they first met at the Turbo diner.
Mhm.
When she introduced herself, she
Yep.
was even a little cranky when it seemed like David forgot who she was,
Yeah.
and then he remembered, and then she was all smiles again. This is such a sincere
Wholesome.
person. Yeah.
Wholesome.
And I'm just glad. I'm just glad that Studio Trigger went with it, because if they change Rebecca's character to any other, I don't think it's going to have the same impact.
They weren't going to change her. They were going to remove her. CD Projekt Red, anyway. And henceforth, the meme phrase, "the lolly must stay."
The lolly
The-
must
yeah.
stay.
By the way, yes, she is lolly, but only in body type. I don't think she's not young, per se. She's not underage. I don't think so.
Well, I don't. Well,
Maybe she
in-
wants to be like a petite size,
Yeah, I mean,
but she's mature enough.
let's be real here. If we lived in Night City and I had the money, I'd turn myself into a little girl too. I mean,
I mean, I'm going,
when you really think about it, what
is
would you not
possible.
do? What would you not do?
I-
Really?
I'm actually going to be shocked if there's a little girl with a deep voice as how.
Hey, I would not keep my voice. I would augment the fuck
Real-
out of my own body. Except
How?
Yeah.
How? I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you this.
I'll
real-
turn myself into Tanya de Gurichev.
I'm just going to ask you this. Really? You're not going to keep your voice? Really?
Do you know what I sound like? You know, when I listen to my own recordings, what I sound like to me?
Yeah?
I sound like an old woman. That's
Ichi.
what's-
Ichi.
Yo.
I'm going to need your opinion on this. Does
Uh-huh.
how sound like an old woman to you?
I do. I mean, to me,
How old?
I'm imagining a raspy 67-year-old, like
A
yeah.
raspy 67. Yes.
See?
If you're going to put it that way, yes.
And I don't want to sound like a raspy 67-year-old. I want to sound like Rebecca.
Can you say can you say Mike Wazowski for me?
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike
The woman in the locker rooms. The door for sharing is open.
Okay, now I'm
you can't
seeing
unhear
it.
it now.
Now I'm seeing it.
Ha ha! I told a joke.
And I don't want any paperwork for this.
I am out of the office for lunch, but you just got in. Lunch.
Night.
Yes,
Man.
exactly that voice. Oh my god!
Oh
I
my
don't want to
God.
sound like that.
Wait,
I mean, all right.
Wait. Does that mean that Rebecca isn't actually Rebecca at all?
Well, we don't know much about Rebecca's lore, but what we know is that she did augment her skin to be pale white. The tattoos she has, I really love the explanation of this. The tattoos she has, they're calling it Mox tattoos. Because the Mox is a gang in Night City that is comprised of a mix of abused men and women and sex workers.
Wow.
The brain dance people.
Mhm.
Whether or not she is a Mox is in question, but the tattoo she has does do share similarities to the Mox tattoo, the Mox symbol, which is
Mhm.
the Lizzie skull, which is like a doll skull, twin-tailed doll
Mhm.
skull, and she has a skull motif on her tattoo. Whether it's Mox is still questionable. The tattoo on her leg that says Dick does not say Dick. I want to educate people on that. It says PK Dick, as
Mm-mm.
in Philip
The
K. Dick.
reference. Yeah.
Yeah, the sci-fi writer. So that goes pretty deep. That actually goes pretty deep. Um, Whether she chose to be a lolly body type is not sure, as from what I can tell, not her.
Mhm. Hal, you still with me?
Howl.
You still with us?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Howl.
Hal.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. I think we
But
got this.
anyways, like again, like in Cyberpunk or in Night City, you can be like anything you want. If you want to be a lolly, then you can be a lolly. If you don't want to be a lolly, you don't.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
anything is possible in Night City.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, um, what's the name of the head of the gang at the episode 3?
Episode I
Yeah,
is that the part wherein
they caught the one they caught where they caught David. The, I think it's episode
Nandito.
2. I think it's episode 2 or it's episode 3.
Technically end of the episode 2.
Okay. In
We can't really cyberpunks.
yeah,
Um
the,
ano
the one,
ba? I can't really,
yeah,
basically mercenaries, yeah.
yeah,
Mercenaries.
mercenaries, yeah.
Yeah, they are kind of called mercenaries. But yeah. Yeah.
Yep. But if you're going to take a look at the gang
Mm-mm.
uh on their perspective from the former leader up to Rebecca, you can actually see how the on how the cyberpunk world works. You can
Mm-mm.
you can bulk yourself into the biggest guy that you can think of, or you can just think of, or you can turn yourself into the most petite person that you can think of.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I I think that I should my question. Um,
Yeah.
but I'm going to be honest with you. The way the way the storyboard and Edgerunner work, I think they made it the maximum way to hurt the viewers.
Mm.
Because as I mentioned earlier, the tragedy increases in each episode, and just going to say, I'm just going to say, it, I'm just glad. I'm just glad that Studio Trigger took the opportunity uh and took the gamble on making the anime as it is.
Mm-mm.
Because I haven't actually played Cyberpunk, but the way the storyboard Edgerunner,
Makes
I'm
you want to
yeah,
makes you want to play.
makes me want to play the game.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's kind of the thing about edge runners because um you know
Hey,
um
I got
yeah,
BC'd. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that's
it's
fine,
fine.
but
It's fine. It's fine.
yeah, they did a good job with interpreting Night City in in the anime. But of course there are a lot more things that you will be learning about Night City when you play when you play the game, but the anime's it's kind of a good start.
It's
They captured it really well.
the
Yeah.
game. they gave it a they gave it into a good. If you want to actually, if you want an introduction to the world of Cyberpunk 2077,
You can watch
watching
the anime.
watching the anime is a good start. That's just
Mm-mm.
what. That's just how the way it is.
Mm-mm.
By the way, what was the last thing I said before I got cut off? Because I apparently said a lot and I didn't realize I was disconnected.
Mm.
I think it's about the body type.
Yeah,
Jeff,
yeah, it's about the body types.
it's
Like you
about
can
the
be as petite or as
Yeah.
Oh
bulk.
yeah, I think I have to repeat that because I was explaining why she would choose why Rebecca chose that kind of body type
Yeah.
in comparison to Maine. I was already talking about Maine when I realized, wait, why is nobody talking? So
that's actually the reason why we continued the discussion while you were disconnected.
thank you, thank you for waiting. I was saying that the one of the things you must note about Rebecca, why she dresses the way she does, why she looks the way she does, is that she wants to stand out. I think her height is her actual height. Her skin is augmented pale white because that's an upper layer thing that can be easily changed. Her eyes are specialized custom kiroshis. Uh, her hands are interchangeable, just leaving us to believe that she had installed cyberware arms
Wait, is,
from. Hmm?
wait, is that pretty much like his brother then? Where
Are you referring to Pilar?
yeah, where he can change the type of
Yeah.
hand she's
Uh,
using?
Yes, I believe. I'm not sure about what the story with Pilar is, but I was under the impression that Pilar might have been an ex-Maelstrom member in the beginning. Because I think his glasses are not glasses. I think his eyes, those are optics, like the Maelstrom gang. If you remember what Maelstrom looks like, Ichi, they like fully augmented body parts. It's
Mm-mm.
like they're deformed humans. So
Oh, that explains the long arm then.
oh, you actually see the Maelstrom gang in the show. It was the gang with the lady with the one boob.
What?
Am I the only one who noticed the lady with the one boob?
Nah, I kind of had like a hunch. Like, wait,
Ah,
is that? Wait,
what
one
episode?
boob?
What
She had one
episode?
boob.
Wait,
Uh,
what episode? What episode?
one of the flashbacks in episode 4. The
Mm-mm.
group that kidnapped Rebecca and kept in a safe, kept
Ah,
her in a safe, the one that they annihilated, that's Maelstrom.
okay.
They're
But
they
it's kind of weird though. Like one boob.
they is Maelstrom they worship cybernetic augmentations like a religion. They remove their jaws, they remove their muscles, they replace every part that they can with cybernetics.
So pretty much
And
like Adam Smasher then.
it was something like that, except that they do it on Adam Smasher did it for efficiency, but they did it because it was fun. And the reason why they don't really go into cyberpsychosis is because they're always high.
Mm-mm.
They're always on drugs.
They don't
Oh.
really use them that often.
Yep.
That's why they're not crazy.
I mean, their bodies are fully augmented as much as they can, but not as well as Adam Smasher. They're just like they're like zombies.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
So, in comparison to that, I was explaining that Rebecca's the type of person that, based on her character type, how she wanted attention, how she was trying to draw attention to herself, is she's larger than life, but you don't have to look very far to see me. Is basically the kind of person she is.
Oh, okay.
In tandem to Pilar, who is loud. Pilar is just loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Maine stands out in his bulk. He's huge, but we all know his body is fully augmented also.
Mm-mm.
And look what that got him.
So
Cyber psychosis.
Yeah.
so
But man,
Is-
like upon like when I was like watching Main, I thought he was like built different, but
And-
yeah, and the like his flashbacks. Remember the flashbacks?
The running. Oh,
The
God.
Yeah,
running man.
he's
Oh.
pretty different from his flashback from what he is in the anime.
Desperation makes people do things.
Mm-hmm.
In the same way David was. Remember when he was training with Lucy and he
Yeah.
couldn't keep up? So what did he do? He bought cybernetic lungs
Oh yeah.
just
Uh,
so he could keep up. So imagine you could, if you had the money and you wanted to achieve something, you could just keep upgrading yourself. When does it stop? When will you be satisfied?
That's the
wait.
answer. We cannot say.
well,
But
with how human
but
psyche
honestly,
works,
like us humans, we can't really get enough.
that's true.
I mean, it's we're an insatiable race. We give and take, but if we're given something and we're given the option to take more, we always take more.
We always take more.
We
Yeah,
always take
like
more.
buffets, right?
Like buffets. And
That's true. That's
now,
true.
Totally, I'm not hungry.
there are only three ways that a buffet can end. Either one, you're full and you're satisfied. Two, you're full and you're satisfied, but you get more. Three, you want more, you take it, and you run out without paying the bill.
Or
Ah.
if someone pays for a bill,
In Night City,
I mean, if mm,
In real life, yes.
I mean,
In
real life.
In real life.
I mean,
But in night city,
But at night
that's
city,
highly,
it's going to yeah.
yeah, it's highly debatable.
you'd be lucky to have a choom that can do that for you, honestly.
Or like a sugar daddy or sugar mommy, I guess. If
Or
that's
that.
still a thing if that's still a thing
I don't think that's
by that.
No, it is. It's actually a thing because
still a
whenever
thing
I
in night
found,
city.
yeah, if you do the police quests, the NCPD,
Right.
and you read the letters from the bodies and the people you kill, here's the heartbreaking part. When there are parts in the game, there are hundreds of parts in the game where crimes are being committed at the same time, and if you go there and you stop the crime from happening, sometimes you find a note on one of these guys. Hi, honey, I'm on the way home after this one job. Make sure to tuck the baby in. And you're like,
Oh,
did I just kill a family man?
Why? Why do you have?
Man.
Why?
And then,
Well, technically you had to.
I mean,
It's not like, well, actually there's a choice.
you can if you build yourself in a certain way that you don't have to be lethal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like my Netrunner build, I just set contagion on them and they pass out because they get sick. But
Okay.
yeah,
You can humanely
So you can do
Put them
technically
down.
not put them down, yeah.
Okay.
You
so
can do that. But if you choose violence, then
It's a different story.
you just killed a family, man.
Just know-
Congratulations.
and it's not all of them are like that. I mean, some of them are really sick people. You'll see the notes of the things they did.
Mm-mm.
You find traces of other crimes that they left, like their stash, the thing
Mhm.
they robbed. But
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
sometimes these are like, like Jonesy, you haven't called back in 2 weeks. Where are you? And you find the note at the bottom of a river with a body tied to the bottom of the river. It's like,
You just
oh,
feel bad.
you just feel really bad.
You feel horrible.
There
Night-
are
Night
no
Ci-
good.
Night City is just a fucked up.
I have to ask PM though. Have you played the game yet? Have you started?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually gotten the game, but in the near future, I may stream it so that first and foremost, I want to play. I actually been wanting to play it for a long time, but I don't have time. But
You know,
Now-
if you do get it on PC, even if you don't have the time, all you have to do, and this is, I'll admit, there are some days where I just load up the game and I don't do quests. I
Mhm.
just walk around Night City. I just walk. I look
So-
because
Hmm?
it's actually a whole city to scale. Don't think when you think about open world games like say Fallout or Skyrim, you get
Mhm.
to you get to Winterhold and you realize it's not so big. It's a really small castle.
Oh,
But then you get to Night City and it's like, place is huge. It's
So-
huge. There are alleyways, little corners that you can get into. There's sewage drains, underground passages, highways, traffic, overpasses. It's an actual city. It's gigantic, and you're just walking around and you can see a restaurant that's opening and they have the radio playing and then you hear the music. You're just walking past. Sometimes you can buy from them, sometimes not. Sometimes you see them getting robbed. You can save them from that happening. It's an incredible world. It's a terrible world, but it's an amazing world to be in. I just love walking around Night City and hope I don't die.
Okay, I want to get the opinion of Itchy in this one.
You.
So, how do you feel about Night City?
Good question.
Sorry?
How do you feel about Night City when you...
When I was playing Cyberpunk?
Yes.
Interesting. Actually, the thought of like, augmenting myself, enhancing a lot of things in my body fascinates me.
Mm-hmm.
But the cost and the things that you have to do to have those
And the
is
risk.
and the risk is just like, man, is it even worth it?
Oh,
It's true.
Like,
so it's a
it's
more...
cool that you have like hands for swords for hands or whatever, or like you can be whoever you want,
Hmm?
and like you have the money and all that, but like all the things that you do, all the things that you like get, there's it's not sometimes it's not worth it. I
The
mean,
most
sometimes it's worth it because there are actually assholes there, but like there are certain quests that, man, I don't want to do this.
Okay, so... Here's
But
what...
but you have to do it because, for example, oh, it's kind of needed,
Hmm?
kinda needed,
Kinda. Quote-unquote on kinda.
quote unquote, kinda. But man, it's just basically like for example in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, why do I have to do this? No, man.
You know,
But anyways, like basically there are risk more on like, what do you call this? How can I say this? Like sometimes it's what it's my brain not working, but
I
yeah.
think I know what you're trying to say. I think what she's trying to say is, how much are you willing to sacrifice your humanity for the
Yeah,
promise of
yeah.
a better life?
Yeah.
okay.
Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you, Hal. Thank you.
So
My brain is not working.
so, in short, a Cyberpunk 2077 is morality the game.
No.
No.
It's Cyberpunk 2077 is despair the game. You're terrible people living in a terrible city. Whether you're a good person or not is up to you, the player. But you
Okay.
will be faced with choices that you have no choice to make. And ignoring them, which you also have the option, might not always be the best outcome.
Mm-mm.
So in a world like Night City, the most precious commodity that you have
Okay.
is actually your ability to see right and wrong and act on it. That's I mean, you can't trust the cops in this place.
Okay.
You can't.
You can't trust the corporations. You
Mm-hmm.
can't trust your politicians. So the people that you can trust are people at your level. And that's a big ask because people at your level are desperate and will sooner rob you more than offer a hand. It's that bad.
Oh, damn.
They can backstab you, in other
Yeah.
words.
That's why gangs are prominent in Night City. Because only gangs look out for each other, not Maelstrom. Those guys are assholes. You have gangs like the Valentinos.
Oh, not Valentinos.
They're not so bad compared to everyone else. But the Nomads are better, of course. The Nomads are
Nomads
actually
are better.
they're actually human beings, but they don't like the city. They're mostly veterans of the last corporate war, so they have severe PTSD and everything.
Oh,
But they're
damn.
good people. Yeah, they're good people, naman.
Okay.
The
I mean,
Valentinos.
it's not. We're not saying that there are no good people in Night City. It's rare.
It's just you have to take into consideration that even if you are a good person,
You can
What-
turn some You
into
can
something
turn
else.
into something else. Exactly. Yeah.
It's the kind of city it is. I mean, what happens when you take a good person and put them in the middle of hell?
Or
Okay.
something bad happens.
It drives them nuts. And
Okay.
the anime depicted this so well.
Okay. If I'm going to compare this, in the most accurate way that I know, it's Danganronpa but scaled to 100.
No,
Mhm.
I still would say no to that. It's
No, what I mean is
Yeah.
in the despair
Hope
scale.
and despair,
In the
like
despair
in
scale.
that act.
Yeah, in the despair scale, it's up to 100.
I'm gonna
But there's no
say
hope.
no.
There's no
I'm
hope.
gonna say no on Danganronpa. I'm gonna say Madoka Magica.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Yes.
That's the despair level you're going for, Madoka Magica, and
Okay.
there is no hope.
There is no hope.
There is no hope. Yeah, that's true. Once you get in, you're fucked already.
What a beautiful story that was. It's so heartbreaking. Because you're rooting for them throughout the series, hoping that they succeed. You know?
Hopefully, like there's going to, like, oh, there's gonna be something good after this one.
That they win.
They're gonna be together. Everyone's gonna be fine. Everyone's okay. Everyone's dead.
Oh my
And then
God.
suddenly a wild Atom Smasher appears.
Then ground pounds the best girl.
You know what the saddest thing on my part here is that I actually read a fan comic where
Mhm.
David carried the dead body of Rebecca
Ripper
to a-
Doc got her.
to a
That's not.
Reaper.
I saw the
to a-
art. I forgot the name of the artist. He's on
The
my pixel.
on a Reaper dock repaired her, and Rebecca just
She it's so
toasted a bottle of beer to the moon.
well because David chased after Lucy on the moon.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
It was a
like,
what if. It was a set of art panels.
Yeah.
It was a very beautiful thing, but
it's a beautiful thing, but fuck,
It's
why did it
it's a
happen?
beautiful thing, but it didn't happen.
it's
Fuck,
not.
it didn't happen.
It's all BDs.
It's all an illusion.
It's all a dream.
Can I-
In cyberpunk world, everything is BDs
All the good things are just dreams.
or BDs.
Oh, I have a game question for Ichi. Did you
Ichi.
ever do the police quest wherein they were trying
Which one?
in your apartment building where they're trying to get their friend Barry to talk, but he won't open up for them?
I actually watched it. I didn't play it.
That was a messed up quest for me because the first time my first playthrough, so they asked me to talk to their friend Barry, who they think is being a drama queen. So I waited 1-2 days and I got to talk to him. And then I left. I told the cops. 1 day later, we find him. He shot himself.
What?
His blood was all over the wall. I said,
Mm.
"Oh no! Did I do something wrong? How did I fuck up? What did I do?" And my second playthrough, I did this, and I exhausted all the dialogue options with Barry this time. And we talked about Andrew, who is his best friend. And the reason why he's so depressed is one, he watched someone get killed by a Maelstrom ganger, but Corpus protected the guy, and he could do nothing about it. So he was already broken. His faith in the police force was ruined.
Broken
And-
beyond repair.
And then his best friend Andrew dies. So he has no spirit left. He has no fight left in him. He's 5 seconds away from shooting himself. But because I exhausted all my dialogue, I had this option to look for Andrew's grave in the columbarium.
Okay.
And I found out, guess what?
Yes.
Andrew was not a person.
What?
Andrew was a tortoise. He
Wait.
he was so depressed that all his emotions, the one person he was talking to all his life to vent out his negative feelings was a tortoise, his pet tortoise. And it died. And that destroyed me. It's like, imagine if you're going through your whole life with your dog, and your dog's your friend. It's always with you, talks to you, always sits beside you, listens, and then suddenly that disappears, and all the bad shit is happening to you all at once. This guy was really suffering. When I found out it was a turtle, I was like, holy fuck, this guy's gonna do something bad. I rushed back to the apartment and I told the cops,
Don't
we,
do it. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
we managed to save him. We managed to save him because when we told the cops about what Andrew was, what was actually happening, the cops were like, oh my god, we didn't know. We didn't know. So they actually spoke to Barry and he let them in. And that was the end of the quest. They were actually talking. And I was like, oh, I
So-
saved a life. I saved a life. I did some good.
Yes.
I did some good.
Okay,
Yes.
so it's pretty much like on your second run, you did just what you did is a therapy session.
Yeah, because the cops asked me to talk to him because I knew him. But again, this is the kind of game that you have so many choices. You can do most anything. You can even kill the guy you're talking to if you really wanted to, and it would end badly. So yeah, if you really want the good ending, you have to try, and you
Oh.
don't have to be a good person in this game. Not at
Okay.
all.
Okay, so for you to be able to get a good ending, you need to do talk no jutsu.
For that guy, yes.
That guy.
For you, however, man, I don't want to spoil the ending for PM because I really want him to play it.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. with
I'm
spoilers.
actually just halfway,
I don't want
so-
to. Oh my god, I don't want to.
I'm fine. But
fine, but
anyways, I'm not sure with PM though.
I'm fine.
Do you want to
spoilers.
hear it?
I'm fine with spoilers. You don't have to worry.
Okay. You know that Johnny Silverhand is activated in your head after the heist when you insert the biochip in your brain. Keanu Reeves.
Okay.
He's a construct. They recorded his personality into a chip, and the process killed him, and they left his body out in the oil fields. So, but because his personality was on the chip, it's like having a real soul in your mind, except that his programming is taking over your body, and he doesn't want to. He wants to save you, despite acting like a total asshole.
Okay.
You actually have a friendship meter. You can build your friendship with Johnny, or you can just let it slide. Because you can end the game in so many ways. There are so many ways you can end this game. The endings are numerous. But
It's kind of like Nier Automata, but more endings.
yeah, and neither
Damn.
one of them is really good.
Mm-mm.
There-
Yeah.
There's no true good ending because
There's no
uh,
safe ending.
there's no safe ending. Because I tried to get the best ending for both of them.
What best ending?
The
This is
Nomad
well,
the Nomad ending was the closest thing to a best ending you can get.
yeah.
But even that was
It-
bittersweet.
yeah.
Because you go through all that effort, you fight Arasaka, you kill Adam Smasher, and you get to Mikoshi, and your goal was that Alt Cunningham, the AI that lives beyond the firewall, the black wall, is supposed to be able to save you and remove Johnny Silverhand from your body. Then she tells you, oh, I forgot, I did not take into account that the biochip would accelerate at this rate. I cannot take you out, I cannot take Johnny out of your body, because even if I do, your body has been rewritten for Johnny Silverhand. If you remain, your body will begin to reject you and you will die in 6 months. If you decide to let Johnny stay, Johnny will live out the rest of your natural life as you. But you will die. So you have to choose at the very end. Do you let Johnny live? Do you let yourself die? Do you become an asshole? It's like, do you know there's a suicide ending?
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
There's- There's so many ways to end the game. I tried at least, I think I tried them all already. The first ending I tried, I got by accident because my friendship level with Johnny was so high. I decided not to involve anyone else and just storm Arasaka by myself. With all the weapons I had, I just killed everybody by myself with no help. And at the very end, when we find out that I could not really be saved, I gave my body to Johnny.
Oh, okay.
That's what I decided at that point in the game, because the way V said it, I'm just tired. I'm just so tired. I was too. I was emotionally drained. Imagine going through the entirety of the game, everything you achieved, everything you did, all the good you've done or the bad you've done, and then telling you like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we kind of fucked up." And then
Yeah, we can't restore your body anymore. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
I mean, you can stay, but you only got 6 months, so meh. But if you let Johnny stay, he'll live.
But
Like-
you won't.
You won't.
So what's it gonna be?
So it's holy crap. Okay, I saved that ending. I'll start again. Let's go with the Arasaka ending. Oh, wow. That was even worse. Because not only did you betray Johnny Silverhand, you joined Arasaka, and it turns out the people that you were talking to in the beginning, they never really cared about you. They told you the same thing. You're still going to die. And they could not help you.
Well, we're talking about Arasaka here, where
But
they're going
well,
to sacrifice anyone just for profit.
oh no, but they kept their word that they would try to help you. It's
Mhm.
just the
They'll
word
just shit
means
talk you.
yeah, the word meant shit because they really couldn't. They knew they couldn't save you, but they would give you everything you want anyway because they
Damn.
can afford it, even though they couldn't. In fact, the only good part about the Arasaka ending is Takemura, is I decided to save him. Um, the other ending, the suicide ending, where you decide to just end it all, and Johnny's not even mad at you. You just shoot yourself in the head. The one after that, oh, the one after that is the full mercenary ending, wherein you win. You take your body back. You only have 6 months left. Johnny's gone, but you're the best mercenary in the world. So you own super expensive apartment. You have all the best clothes, all the best cars, but you only got 6 months. So you take on your last mission, and oh, by the way, there are quests in this game that are really, really twisted because there's an underlying mystery with what's happening in Night City that you won't realize until it's too late. There are people here who are not people.
Mm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It's a twisted mystery. I met one of the endings has you meet Mr. Blue Eyes himself.
Wait, do I?
Mr. Blue Eyes. Let's just say he's connected to a group that can rewrite a person's personality.
Okay.
So, for example, you're PM, but they can program you from afar to become like Howl. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they can do that. That's one of the things they can do. It's one of the underlying mysteries of the game. And the guy who can do that ends up a client of yours in one of your endings, which is to go into space and to raid the last Arasaka station in space. Alone, by the way, alone. It is a death sentence, an impossible task. The best ending that you could possibly get is Nomads, wherein you get the Nomads' help, but they suffer severe casualties. And you do win, but you all decide to leave Night City anyway. And it's the best ending because you're free from Night City, but 6 months.
Mm.
But at what cost? That's the question.
You get to
You get
live.
6 months.
You get 6 months, and you get to live and die the way you want, uninterrupted by corpos or the city.
So do whatever you want. No one really cares, but you got 6 months.
Well, actually, that's the opposite because you're with nomads. Everybody cares. They love you.
I mean, if you're going to think by yourself, like you can do anything. You
I
can do
think when-
anything.
Ah, man.
But you got 6 months. That's the only catch.
It's worth the game. It really is, and that's why I'm excited for the DLC Phantom Liberty, which is coming out next year. This is not a product placement. Advertising.
How
Also,
being suddenly
we're-
advertising.
Also, we're not
We're not affiliated.
we're not
No.
affiliated, or it's not. This episode is not sponsored by City Project Red. So
No.
yeah,
We just
but,
really want to talk about Cyberpunk.
I do
But
love your game though.
yeah.
I would gladly have you as a sponsor if you would take me.
yeah,
I love your game.
Please.
yes.
Sponsor Hal.
If City Project Red will sponsor a episode of Honest Impressions, or any one of us that's currently here, we will love to take it.
You
That's
want to know how much I love this game? When I got
much.
this, too much, honestly. When I got this game day one, the buggy release when it came out on PS4, I played that game and I finished it despite everything. And then I played it again when patch 1.5 came out, even when it had the audio sync issues. I I had that. So that was a 2-year-old save file, and I had a save stuck at Embers before meeting Hanako Arasaka. It was already my God mode character. But because of the patch, they reworked the perk system, they reworked crafting. So everything that I had in the game at that point was erased.
Damn.
Man.
That's okay. That's okay. I managed to pick myself back up and rebuild everything. And then, I think just a couple of weeks ago when I started the game again, I made my perfect Netrunner build. And you know what I did this week?
What?
Rather, this morning?
What?
I deleted all my save files.
Wait, is that the wait?
Wait, intentionally?
Intentionally, I'm starting from scratch.
Why?
I wanted to experience the game differently because I've done the perfect Netrunner. The perfect Netrunner is, imagine this, you have a room full of bad guys, right?
Mhm.
All I have to do is look at you and everybody collapses. Doesn't matter how many there are, like say 15 people in one room. I just look at you and cast contagion and everybody collapses. Just like that. Just in a snap. They're all down.
Damn.
That's it. Instant EXP. I win. And no one's dead. They're passed out. That's how powerful my Netrunner became. And then the one before that was a technical expert where I just make crafts and I build weapons to the max level. So that was unkillable. I mean, everything was maxed out. God knows what level. My latest character that I'm building is a Sandevistan body build, meaning I can stop time and move at bullet time, but I'm also using Rebecca's shotgun.
Oh,
Nice.
is that the one that you showed me?
Yes. So
Wow.
that's
Nice.
imagine this. You're in a room with 15 people and I stop time, which lasts for 40 seconds. That's 40 seconds of a long time. And I'm moving at super speed, launching one shot into each one's head with Rebecca's shotgun. And by the time the time stop is over, everybody just collapses. And
Collapses or they're gone.
because it's a low level shotgun, they don't die yet. But it's still one hit.
I see.
The best part about my build is that I can recover my Sandevistan only after 4 or 5 seconds.
Shit. That's fast.
I've become David if he saved Rebecca. You
I
should have
mean,
saved Rebecca, David. God damn you!
But she got ground pounded.
Yeah.
That's Adam Smasher put the smash and smasher
Literally.
literally.
Yeah. After watching the last episode of Cyberpunk, now I know the reason why a lot of people hate Adam Smasher because
Yeah,
he-
actually, yeah.
He's a dude. He from the beginning of the game, the moment you see him in Konpeki Plaza, you'll know he's an asshole. The very first thing you will hear him say is, "You look like a cut of fuckable meat, are you?" That's the first thing he says to a woman as she walks into the door. It's like, what the fuck do you think you are? And then you're looking at this big giga boss right here, metal body, glowing red eyes, a missile launcher on the shoulder. I don't think I want to fight this man at all. And then further down the mission, he rams your taxi with his body. Like, I don't think I want to fight this man at all.
No, please spare me. I remember like when everyone watched the last episode, like they wanted to go back to Night City and they wanted to beat the shit out of Adam Smasher.
That's why I deleted my save files because I wanted to pay homage to Rebecca. I wanted to make a shotgun build that could stop time for Adam Smasher. That was the real
Man.
purpose. That was my reason for playing again.
Man.
And
You
here's
know,
the sad part. Just slight trivia. You know where I found her gun?
where?
Do you remember where she died in
Yeah?
the Corpo Plaza?
You
There?
found there?
In the rotonda in the middle of the Osaka building.
There?
You find her gun in the bushes near where she died.
Oh,
So
Yes.
finding it there was like, oh my god, no, no, not like this, not like this.
man.
You're just giving me a reason to buy Cyberpunk and just smash the Adam Smasher out of the hell.
Dude,
I
I'm
just
still-
out of the hell of it.
I'm wearing David's jacket in game right now with Rebecca's gun. And
Pay homage. Pay homage.
with the Sandevistan.
With the San Vistan.
It was that. I mean, to make you feel that much intense emotion, that would force you to play a game in the worst way on a PS4, but just to get your revenge.
Poor Rebecca.
Is saying something. I mean, not just for Rebecca, for David.
Oh
The
yeah.
guy didn't deserve any of that. I mean, he was not a. I mean, he was a good man. He was not a nice man. Not entirely. A good
But if-
man by.
by
He
default-
still killed
by-
people, sure.
Yeah, he's a good. David is a good man
By
In a
the
certain-
standards of Night City.
by the standards of Night City.
Yeah. He suffered for it. And
But the way Studio Trigger made the story and how David, how Rebecca, how Kiwi died at the very end. No,
No.
I
But-
think everyone will understand why. First, they want to destroy Arasaka, and two, they want to kill Adam Smasher in the worst way possible.
There are no. I mean, there are no happy stories in Night City.
There
Yeah,
are
I-
none.
Even and we must. I mean, Itchy and I must be some sort of masochist to even play this game. It's fun. The game is fun, no doubt. There are funny moments, sure, but the funny moments are in between all the terrible things.
Mhm.
I mean, the worst thing that can happen to you in the game at the very start
Huh?
is just the end of Act 1, which is just the prologue of the game.
What?
Yeah. Jackie Wells, the best friend you can have in a game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
flashbacks are coming back. Thanks for reminding me, Hal.
I'm sorry.
Now I can't sleep tonight. Thank you so much, Hal. I'm not gonna have a good time sleeping.
Because in the game you get to choose a life path. You're either a nomad where you start off as a courier, like Fallout New Vegas. You're delivering something. Or you're a street kid wherein you live in Night City, you grew up in Night City. Or you're a corpo wherein you work for Arasaka. You were their employee. You were one of them. And then all of that goes to shit. If I were to consider my life correctly, I think I would be a corpo. I think I would be a corpo. Whether I would be the kind of corpo that would be evil or if I would end up like V is I don't know. I can't answer that because I don't know how I would survive in Night City, honestly. I don't know if I would survive as a street kid. I probably would survive being a nomad. I mean, nomad's kind of fun, but
I
There-
actually, yeah.
But I have to agree in terms of if we're going to live in a Night City, I think I'm going to choose the corporal life. At least there.
I mean, I can say that right now because I know what being a corpo entails. What all the things that come with it, all the bad things. 'Cause the good things are obvious. The bad things, though, the bad things outweigh the good things by a million.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh my god, this game, this anime, it's just a combination of fair black. What what's the name of the anime? Where
where
what
what?
where what's the name of the anime where the corporate named Rock chose to be a mercenary in corporate
Oh, Black Lagoon.
Black Lagoon. It's just full of despair plus Black Lagoon, and then
That's 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 basically it actually. Except that in Black Lagoon, Rock was a corpo
yeah,
who joined the Mercs.
yes,
Whereas here, it's David. He's a street kid who joined the Mercs because he lost everything. Rock chose to abandon everything. David had
Had
everything.
no choice.
Yeah, everything was ripped away from him, and he had to see the worst of humanity on display as he was losing everything at the same time. So it's the worst of the worst situations.
it's pretty much
For
like
David.
it's pretty much like Black Lagoon if you combine if you combine technology with more despair as a
If you turn Black Lagoon into a cyberpunk story, it's Cyberpunk 2077.
oh yeah.
It's still Cyberpunk. It's still the same story.
I think that's the best analogy that in terms of how the anime has shown us. If I'm going to be honest.
Let's talk about the technicals about that, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're gonna bring about how the show handled it, would you say Studio Trigger was the right choice for this?
Oh,
for this
yeah.
series.
Yes. I'm going to say yes. Because if any other studio who's going to make it, I don't think it's going to have the same quality. If Studio Madhouse is the one who's going to make it, I don't think they're going to do it in a way Studio Trigger did. It's just what I'm imagining here is it's just going to be the same as Overlord, the series, not the movie.
How about you, Ichi? What do you think?
How about Ufotable?
Okay. Yeah, that's a very good.
How about Ufotable? Because they can actually pull this one out as well as
They
That
can.
I would,
they
that's what I
can.
would agree.
They
That
can.
I would agree.
But I'm not sure how will. I'm not sure how they will
Adapt it.
adapt. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It might be different
It would be
in terms
different.
of quality.
Oh, visually, it would probably be very high quality.
Oh, of course.
of
I
course.
mean,
We're
it's
talking about
Ufotable.
we're talking about we're talking about Ufotable here, where the Heaven Steel movie into a masterpiece. If I'm going to be honest with you.
As one who's played the VNs, I agree.
Mm-mm.
Let me support your answers with a few analogies. Studio Madhouse, if they had done this, it would have turned out to be like Mahoka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know Mahoka, right?
Mahoka Magic.
Regular at Magic High School.
Okay. The regular. Okay.
The one with Tatsuya, the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
So, because that's technically a cyberpunk story
That's true.
at a minimal level.
Yeah.
With magic, which is still cyber stuff.
Yeah.
It would have been like that. So it would have been, which is it would be cool, but
It
it
won't be
would
the.
still
It won't
lack
be the same.
something.
It won't be. The
It won't
same.
be the same.
Won't be the
Mm-mm.
same.
If it was Ufotable, now Ufotable is a league on their own. As Ufotable is a masterclass when it comes to narrative storytelling.
Exactly.
Could they have done it a different way? Well, I can tell you they would have captured the depressing.
But
It would have
Yeah.
been dark,
Yes.
Yeah.
but would it have gotten the same effect?
no. That
No, I would
No.
have. I would think it would be like Kara no Kyokai, the impact.
yes. But I'm going to ask you this, Hal.
Mm.
What movie in Kara no Kyokai Is it the first one, the
Uh,
second one, the third one?
all of the above,
All
bro.
of
Can you give me one happy Kara no Kyokai movie?
No, I want to be specific in which of the Karanokyokai
Oh,
that we
it's
want to talk about.
all, dude. There are only 8 Kara no Kyokai movies, including the epilogue. There are 10 episodes of Cyberpunk. Each one reflects the other. So I would say all of the above. The storytelling, the dark coloring, the futuristic world, they would have been able to capture that. But we lose something essential if it was not Trigger doing it. Trigger managed to incorporate their over the topness that they're known for from Kill la Kill, BNA, uh, Gurren Lagann. They were able to capture that
That's true.
and turn it into an emotional extravagance because everything was cranked to 11. Everything was intense. Everything was high. Even the most subtle of moments where they were quiet, emotions were strong.
Wait. I do have another one.
Okay.
How about KyoAni?
No,
Wow.
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Okay.
I respect you, Annie.
No. PM,
I-
she has a point. She
Okay.
has a point.
Okay,
KyoAni did Full Metal Panic.
okay,
Don't forget.
oh, okay, sure. But will they be able? But will they be able to crank up the gore? But
Have you seen the
Ha-
last season of Full Metal Panic?
Oh, fuck.
Uh,
Okay.
Yes.
it is
Dude.
possible.
That,
Like, I was thinking about it. Like-
you were. What was the name of that redhead who we all liked but got shot in the first few episodes of that season? It's like, holy hell, they killed her! Like episode 3 episodes in, and everybody liked her. You assholes! And it was like we were making jokes about it because she was a redhead, and she was like, "Female Kenny is dead, you bastard!"
Okay. So let me add one more studio on this.
Okay.
How about Studio Silver?
That I'm not all that familiar with their works. Give me a title.
ReZero.
Fuck you. All right. No, all right. You're gonna pull that card on me. You're really gonna pull that card on me? Okay.
Uno reverse card time. The joke. Where's your Uno reverse card? Wow.
If your goal was to be as hopeless, as sad, as pathetic as fuck, yes. If your main character was to be the loser of all losers of all time, with no real ability to defend himself, yes.
I
Yes.
think I think Studio Silver will be able to pull that off, even if
N-
even
they
if
would.
even if they're going to give it a dash of hope. I, I'm being generous here. A dash of hope. A dash of hope.
You know, if you're gonna pull that card on me, I'm gonna throw this one back in your face. Gynax.
Fuck you.
Oh no!
Fuck
The,
you.
the Uno reverse card
Fuck you.
has been placed.
You really want to know how the full course of depression? Oh, let's talk about the life of Shinji Ikari, Asuka, and Ayanami Rei.
Let's go.
Fuck you.
Let's go into
It's-
End of Eva, where the character is told to have hope, and yet he has none. To the point he has to recreate the universe, and we get the Rebuild series. And he ends up killing the one person he thinks he likes because he doesn't know any fucking better, and he has to watch his parents die and all his friends die in his head over and over for eternity. Yes.
Oh my god. Fuck you, Hal. Fuck you, Hal.
I mean, man, like when I was watching. Okay, wait, we're going to Ava territory if I talk about Ava. Oh no.
You will find no bigger fan of Eva than me, aside from yourself, I assume.
Sure. Sure.
Oh my god.
But yeah, like when I was actually watching like End of Ava, I was so confused. Then when I rewatched again and again and again and again, I was just, why am I doing this to myself?
You know, the End of Eva was one of those movies I swore I'd never watch again after the first time I saw it. Uh, I told PM this story, I think, in a session a year ago.
I think
Uh,
I think we talked about that in a previous.
It was 1998. My cable had Wow Wow channel. If you guys remember Wow Wow channel, it was like
yeah.
Japanese HBO. They aired the director's cut version of Death and Rebirth and End of Eva on February 28th, either February 19th or February 28th, 11 p.m. No subtitles. I watched it, and I kid you not, I understood what was going on, which is a weird thing, because I don't speak Japanese. At the time, I knew how to speak Chinese. So it was strange as hell. I was traumatized by that. Many, many years later, I get my hands on a DVD copy of End of Eva. I watched it when my parents were out of the house. I was alone. And for the next 2 hours, halfway through End of Eva, I was screaming so hard. So what was just every single profanity I could think of at Shinji, at what happened to Asuka, at the ending. It's like, why is it like that? What are we just alive for this? Is this what I was meant to see? That was one of my lowest points. It was not my lowest point, but it was one of them. And that series made me who I am today.
Oh my
Like when you watch Ava, you can't go back anymore.
No, life is different the moment you actually
Yeah.
when you accept Evangelion the series. With all the memes aside, when you finally understand what it was about, it was never about giant robots fighting angels or aliens. It was about 3 kids at the end of the world forced to fight it, and them lacking the strength to do so. Imagine being
The mental state that they had to be in.
and each of these children has their own destroyed backstories. It's like Shinji watched his mom die during the first test of Eva 1. Asuka saw her mom commit suicide. Rei is the clone of Shinji's mom, and she remembers her past selves when they were killed and when they killed themselves. It's like, how these are it's the textbook definition of every level fucked up you can get. That's what Evangelion was. That's why the End of Eva was not about the giant robot battles. It's about the worst whom humanity has to offer, and hoping that maybe the best of it still has the chance to shine. And yet we didn't get that up until a few years ago.
And I think it's the best. I think it's the best decision that CD Projekt Red has made, not to give it
To
Studio
anyone else
Gainax.
but Trigger.
Anything else but Trigger.
But remember, Trigger was Gainax.
Was
Was.
was. But
That the
at the-
signature over the topness is what they needed, because Night City is brash, Night City is loud, Night City is colorful. So it needed that kind of chaos.
and although yes, we have talked about other studios that may have taken over if they have taken over Cyberpunk Edgerunner's creation, but the way Studio Trigger has made it, all I'm going to
They have done it well.
Uh,
They've had a few hit or misses in the last few years, but
But
this
this
chef's kiss.
chef's kiss. Exactly. we said it the same time.
we are in sync when it comes to this.
Brain is connecting.
and I couldn't agree more. All I'm going to say is, Studio Trigger, please do more things like this, please, because with all of the oversaturation of isekai anime right now, I think this one
It's time. I think it's time.
Yeah, I think it's time for us to go out of the isekai genre and and embrace
Please.
another genre.
I mean, I love isekai as much as the next guy, and I do have some choice isekai shows that I do watch. But you're right. It's oversaturated, and your story doesn't have to be long to be great.
That's true.
It just has to connect.
That's
Mm.
true.
And but if in regards to a season 2 of Edgerunners, I think I'm one of the few people who will say no.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's I mean, I would rather get an OVA of the backstories of these characters that we already know. We already
Mhm.
know how they end,
Yes.
but I want to know about how they lived. Remember
Mm.
how Tom Cruise was quoted in the end of Last Samurai
Mhm.
when the emperor asked him, "Can you tell me how Ken Watanabe died?" No, but I can tell you how he lived. I
Yeah.
want that. I want to know how Maine was before the augments. His story up until the point he met David, or the past of Gloria Martinez. I mean, I'm really interested in Gloria Martinez.
Yeah,
We don't know.
I'm actually curious on what the hell happened to Gloria
And like she's a single
before
mom.
Yeah,
Who's
before
the dad?
Edgerunner.
Where's the dad?
He's
Who is dad?
I bet you that dad is a Valentino,
Oh god, no.
just like Jackie Wills.
Oh god. Man, but like maybe yeah, actually, I do want to know about more about David's mom.
And I
Not
have
because she's pretty or anything, but she's interesting. She's an interesting character. We just know so little of her,
that's true.
but she makes a good impression.
She does. Yes, she was trying really hard, and plus that accent. Oh man. Yes. Character
I-
development. She's awesome. Yeah.
I think Hal is going has a magnet for milks now. Okay.
No, but seriously speaking, though, I would love to know more about her backstory. We don't even know how old she is.
That's true.
Probably she can be around 30 or
Um,
40.
late-
Does she have?
I think it's more on late 30s because
Yeah, probably late 30s to 40s.
because on how I feel David is
I think David is more like around 17 to 18.
Mm.
well for me I think it's around 15 to 17.
No, I think
No,
not.
No, that's what how I feel in regards to how his attitude is on how rebellious he is.
I would say 17 based on my impression. I would, as for Lucy, I would think she's around the same age, if not slightly younger, because she ran away.
I think
Yeah, she ran away from the
for me it's,
is it Arasaka? Arasaka din, diba?
it's
Arasaka
Arasaka.
din.
It's Arasaka,
yeah.
yes. But for me, I think Lucy is a little bit older, maybe 18 or 19 years old. That's what how
No,
No,
that-
I
no,
she's
don't
not.
no,
think
that's just how
so.
I feel about Lucy.
yeah. I mean, the reason why I think she's not is because she does show some immaturity.
That's
She's
true.
just someone who's been through some shit. So
Mm-mm.
she's cold and she's distant, and
true.
people often mistake that kind of behavior for being mature. And I think it's not. She's very emotionally immature. That's why she couldn't express herself correctly. She felt so guilty about selling out to David after the Moon BD when she called Maine. She was so guilty about that. She just couldn't express it. That's why she couldn't talk to him. No, she could talk to him properly. And then when she found out that David's mom died, she was just, oh shit, I'm sorry about your mom. It's like she wouldn't have said that if she didn't feel bad.
I think
She-
I think that was the start where he started to like David.
I think she started to like David from the moment she met. She met.
I don't maybe, but from
Or
what
maybe like in the first part, like
When
when
she
they shared like the BD, the moon
Yeah.
BD. I think
Uh,
that's the part where David
started to like Lucy.
yes.
started to
Mm.
like Lucy, but I think it's different on Lucy's
Uh,
perspective.
David actually was attracted to Lucy from the moment he saw her hair. He didn't know who
Oh.
she was.
Ah, right.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, her hair was like all
Shining in
over,
the
right?
yeah, she was like a
Yeah.
ghost to him, and it was elusive. He couldn't put his finger on it. And when he did encounter her after the Santa Vistan thing, he was at first very on guard, but he was on board with whatever she had planned. And
Mm.
then she rescued him from the scabs in the ambulance. That wild gurney ride down the highway. It was at that point, if you looked at his facial expression, like, marry me and bear my kid.
I think
Man.
That was the expression on his face.
I think
Um,
that's I think that's where I think that's the point where I think Lucy as well.
I think Lucy saw that. I think Lucy saw that when
I yeah.
she was escaping, and
I
that's
think
why she got him to a doctor afterwards.
I think that's where that's where Lucy. If you ever ask me, David, to do anything, I will run away with you. I will bear your kids. Anything, I will do anything for you.
I wouldn't.
That's the way I put it. That's the way I put it.
I mean, it was. I wouldn't go that far, but it's like this guy is interesting. That was the perspective I've had because he was already doing something that most people are not known to do, multi-use of the Sandevistan, which made him a unique person like her. You know, she could do things that nobody else could do as a netrunner. But still, her boss in her team was looking for the Sandevistan, so she had to call them, especially if he turned out to be a thief. And turns out it was worse. It's not that he was a thief. It's just he really just ended up legitimately ending up in possession of the cyberware
And
because
he,
his mom died.
Yeah.
So it just got worse from there. Yeah.
Mm.
But God.
and
Dang.
and I think and I think that's the best expression that we can do about Cyberpunk Edgerunner because it's pretty much what I said before earlier. It's a roller coaster ride, but now the more we talk about it, I think it's more like a rocket launch that exploded unexpectedly.
Rocket launched exploded unexpectedly and impaled everyone within a 300-mile radius with cactus dildos.
Little tough.
Uh,
If you want to put it that way, Hal, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
through the eyeballs, mind you.
Y-
Uh,
yes.
I
I'll
can
just
make
say
it.
yes.
I can make it worse.
Oh no.
Wait, PM, have you seen the link that I sent you? Have you watched the music video?
I have watched the half of it, and I almost cried on how the back.
Finish it finish it.
I'm gonna finish it right after this podcast, but
Because the music video, many people don't consider the fact that the music video is a prequel to the series.
yeah, I can actually see it. I can actually see it.
Because the character Sasha, the netrunner,
Yeah.
she was part of. If you see who the company she was around Kiwi, she was around Maine, she was about Rebecca
I think it's before
before David,
before David
before
and before Lucy.
Gloria.
I think
Yeah.
it's before Lucy.
So she was the first netrunner they had, and she was good. She had a single job to infiltrate Biotechnica and steal some data, but she had PTSD because of how her mom suffered
That's true.
a neurodegenerative disease,
That's true.
which was apparently accelerated and enhanced by the medicine that they were giving her to cure her. So that made her angry and that made her regret because it's implied that she feels guilt that she couldn't do much.
Mm.
She was so guilty that's why the lyrics of the song coincide with "Forgive me for letting you down." It's repeated over and over. It's about her guilt. That's why she became the way she was, where she felt guilty for the choices she made in her life, and she felt at that last moment when the Biodectica droids came in that she could make it right and to upload the information on N54 Newsline at the cost of her own life. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she got into, and sadly, she died for it. Another story, just another day in Night City.
And I want to be clear on this. The one who made this, the one who made the music video is also Studio Trigger. Huh?
No,
No, it's
Oh.
Studio
Ilya.
Masket. Studio
Masket.
Masket.
Okay.
Uh, the the character designs were provided by Ilya Kushinova. In fact, you'll notice that Sasha's character is one of Ilya Kushinova's OCs. I've seen her character design in. There was this art book that Ilya Kushinova printed some couple of years ago, and that character design for Sasha is in it. But I did not expect to see it in a music video. So,
Okay, I just finished watching it.
Yep. Forgive me for let you down. That's
Copyright.
copy.
No, I'm kidding.
No, it.
No,
Howl is the
we're
one.
ju-
Howl is the one singing it. So
It-
No, I'm just
doesn't
kidding. I'm
count.
kidding. I'm
doesn't
kidding.
count.
I'm
It doesn't
kidding.
count.
I'm kidding.
I think it also doesn't count if it's only 5 seconds. I think it's 15 seconds before you break the copyright.
and I think
Yeah.
I think you just sang it about 3 seconds.
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just joking. I am just joking.
Oh please don't trigger the copyright police because I'm not.
Not the copyright police.
Oh my
Let's
God.
transition this into a happier segment. If we were in a cyberpunk world, we've already discussed if we would augment ourselves. But assuming that we already have the cerebral and the neural links and the USB slots in our neck,
Mhm.
I will admit I would probably load all my anime into a single USB shard and shove it in and just watch it through my skull. It's like, yeah, I don't have to be disturbed. I don't need no player. I don't need to watch it on a crappy phone. It's in 4K if it's in my mind. That's
He-
And I
He
think
has
it-
a point.
And
Yeah.
I think
And you can
Well-
watch it anywhere.
once you shoved it in your neck port, I think it's more than 4K if I'm going to be honest.
I would also download Spotify into my brain and Netflix.
I would also like have like, you know, like in ears, but like it's installed in my ear.
Oh,
So I don't really have to take it off that much, but I can still hear everyone like outside.
Yeah,
but-
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
That's the beauty about the cerebral and the neural links, by the way.
Yeah.
It allows you to make non-verbal calls. So there's something that's called the mind voice.
Mm-mm.
It's our inner monologue, but it's manifested as data. So when we call someone on the hollow, as they call it, is we see a holographic image of the person we're speaking to through the Kiroshi interface, and the voice that we're using to talk to them and the voice they're using to talk to us, it's just manifested data of the voice we believe it sounds like.
Mm.
So we're not actually talking to anyone verbally, but we're talking mentally. Like it's like telepathy.
Yeah,
with
or like you're
technology.
just talking to yourself, but you're not using your voice. You're just using your head. I
Right.
do it.
I would too.
So it-
I would. I mean,
So it's like so it's just like telepathy, but more in
It's-
more in technology.
Yeah, it's integrated
Hmm.
technology. And can you imagine the first thing I would say to someone who would call me on the hollow with my psychological mental voice? What's up?
what's up? What's up? What's up?
What's
I
up?
I am glad we are all on the same wavelength. The other thing I would augment into myself besides the cerebral, I probably wouldn't get hand blades. Is the Higurashis look painful? I would probably get the double jump leg muscles,
Hmm.
and I would probably get a liposuction and give myself a 6-pack.
Oh my god. Oh,
And I would make myself taller with a tight. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn into Adam Smasher.
You're so God.
oh my
You're
god.
already thinking about. At least you know what you're going to be next.
I mean,
But like,
it began with the cerebral input, and then I thought of the double jump, and then I thought, wait, what about the skeleton to support it, and then the spine to make myself taller, and then the abs to make myself. Shit!
Oh,
I'm turning into
God.
Maine. I'm turning into David.
you're turning to everyone in Cyberpunk.
I've made mistake number one.
Are you sure that is number one?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and
Remember, enough is too much.
Ah,
oh yeah.
well.
Well, if you're going to ask me for any type of cyber augmentation, if possible, I just want to fly.
Fly?
Fly. I mean, literally fly.
You do.
Eh,
The,
I,
Don't need for airplanes. Just me
it
flying.
can be possible.
you'd have to consider the fuel injection system into that.
That too.
That's
Though.
I know it's going to be bulky as hell, much like
No, because in the game, you actually do have thruster leg implants
That's
where
true,
you
like,
can, you can jump and then hover above the ground for a few moments.
a few
Uh,
moments.
the reason why you can only do it for a few moments is because any longer and your legs will explode.
Ooh.
Mm.
Oh, double jump and thrusters. Okay, I could live.
You cannot combine them because you replace your legs with them.
Oh.
Yeah, you implant them.
Exactly.
Well,
So
thrusters and with thrusters and just the moment, just the feel of light.
Ichi,
That's
I know what he's going to do. He's gonna put thruster on one leg and then double jump on the other. It's gonna be the most imbalanced leg setup ever. When you double jump on one leg, you go on one side, and the booster flies the opposite side. Where will you go? You're a Looney Tunes character. You're Wile E. Coyote at that point.
Or I could be the mask.
The what? The mask?
The mask.
Spinning like a tornado?
Yeah.
Dude, you'll just Itchy. I know what's gonna happen to PM. He's gonna end up a cyber psycho.
I could tell already.
Oh, I wish I could.
Hey, who's that
You
man?
want to be?
Yep.
Wait, are you
Dude,
cyber psycho?
No.
You want a cyber psycho? No.
No.
Do you know?
No.
Do you remember what happened to David?
Yes, I can. I remember it specifically, but in terms of how
No one's gonna kiss you awake, PM.
I know, but I just
You're
want
not
to feel
Snow White.
I just want. Here's the thing. The main reason why I'm asked. I just want to fly. Just I just want to feel the feeling of. So much like what
Dude.
much like what's what's just like the feeling of Superman. That's
Bro,
just what I want to.
Night
that's just what
City
I
has
want-
flying cars. Jump out the door. Fly the APC as high as you can. Open the door
sure.
and jump.
Sure, I'm going to do that, but I still want the thrusters on my leg.
With one thruster in one leg.
No, both of
One-
them, so that I can fly as high as fuck.
This one's real. Another problem with thruster systems, if you're too high up into the stratosphere, they freeze.
Mm.
Oh, so it's pretty much like the
Iron
type
Man.
of Iron Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Only you're like aluminum man, but it's only your legs.
Aluminum man.
And the thruster system is basically an internal microwave cooking whatever muscle fiber you have left.
Oh, I don't care. I just
Oh,
fly.
he says that now. Days later, Cyber Psycho spotted flying across Night City. Max Stack has been released and they've shot him down in the balls.
So a normal day in Night
Night
City,
City.
everyone.
Okay, now that I have said my part, what about it? What do you want to be augmented with?
I mean, just an augment, not a full body augment.
No, I already said it. Like
Oh yeah, the ears and
The
the
ears.
communication.
Okay.
mostly, I want to like do comms augmentation. I don't really want to do like, you know, one one foot has thruster. But like, anyways, I won't do too much like drastic changes. Like maybe, yeah, again, like maybe optics, then like ears.
The optics, it's a definite. I don't think we can go around without the optics and the cerebral neural link. We really need those.
What else?
Mr. Stud 9000.
No, I don't need Mr. Stud 9000. I don't need that. Maybe Sacred Edge wants to, but not me.
I don't think Sacred Edge wants his dick in a pencil sharpener.
But I think I won't really have too much augmentated. Just maybe those two. But yeah, I'm fine with what I have.
I think I would have to agree with you. I mean, besides the cerebral neural links in the software, the honest thing I probably could use is maybe the titanium skeleton,
Mm.
and maybe gorilla arms. I mean,
Gorilla arms?
it's called that, but it does not look like actual gorilla arms.
No,
It's-
yes, I can imagine. It's just big arms.
No, it's augmented arms that can lift more than your normal weight. It's really
Okay.
strong. It's a muscle system.
Okay.
Basically, Hal wants to get buffed.
Not the chest, just the arms area.
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
if-
yeah. I mean, buffed in the. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I want to
Okay.
lose weight the normal way, and I don't want to have synthetic abs installed.
mm,
Because that's not Dark Souls hard mode level.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. So if we're going to VTuber territory here, you want to be Kanata.
ah.
You want to be Kanata then.
Gorilla Grip.
Gorilla
Mm,
Grip, yes.
Wait. I would turn myself into a lolly character. Yes.
You. I mean, it's your body, man. Sure. Just let us know.
It's
Oh,
your
man.
choice. It's your
I-
choice, man.
I would
Your
be
body,
honest.
your choice, but let us know because we might not recognize it.
I no
That's
lie. I've had that dream. I've had that dream more than once, where I get abducted by aliens and I'd come home. I was in the body of a girl, and then I'd knock on my door, and my mom was like, "Who are you? Oh, why do you have my son's clothes?" Like, yeah, I kind of fucked up. And the moment I say that, I say, "Oh, it's actually you."
Oh.
Like-
Oh.
It's like she's not even gonna be surprised. So you turn into a girl? It's like, yeah, you know how we talk about UFOs? Yeah, it actually happened. What, the abduction? Oh, really? Yeah, they kind of took my schlong and they turned it inside out and saying, did that actually happen? No, I think they did, but I don't think so. I think they reworked my DNA.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They kind of did some things.
Yeah,
Maybe.
They
I-
touched some things.
I mean, I should feel violated, but at the same time, I feel liberated. It's such a weird feeling. And then she's gonna go like,
Make up your mind. Are you uncomfortable or do you feel liberated? Make up your mind, man.
but
It depends, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It depends on what. I think it's like both at the same time.
Okay.
It's fulfilling a bucket list item, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be clear. I'm as straight as they come, but I won't lie. I do believe that at some point during the pregnancy, I should have been a woman. I'm almost 200% confident that that was an option, and and somehow I chose the wrong choice in the VN of life.
I think I think during the character creation here, instead
Dur-
of, during character creation, I think you chose the wrong path here.
During character creation, my eyes were closed.
Like you just like pick
I
whatever.
I pressed the random button.
Kala ko naman like you just, click this, click that without like looking at anything.
Then Then how would that feel? You turned into a woman, but you were raised a man. I still feel normal, but I can wear pretty dresses. So,
I think that's a win.
I think
I
it's
think
a win.
that's a win. Yeah, I think it's a win.
You know how
because-
soft women's dresses are?
Yes.
Holy crap, man! Are you kidding? I mean,
Have you tried skirts?
no. I've worn a kilt.
Okay.
Kind of the same, but it like I remember like having my first skirt. It was life changing.
how life
like-
changing?
Like, because the thing is, like, I don't really like wearing skirts or like dresses, but like my mom suddenly says like, "Hey, try this." I was like, "What this? What's this? I don't like skirts, mom." Like, no worries, it's like a skirt, but it's shorts, so it's skirts. So when I wore it, I was like, "Oh my god,
Hallelujah.
this is life changing." Oh my god. Like
I think-
like it's like, oh, I'm wearing a skirt, but I don't need to wear another like pair of shorts underneath because it's already there.
Itchy. I know the feeling very well. In fact, the men have an equivalent feeling for that. It's called going commando. It's the exact same feeling with less clothing.
It's more on convenience.
It's
It's more on convenience, you know.
It's like the moment you undergo that change, you
You
hear
cannot
this-
go back.
You can't go back. You hear the song in your head. It goes. Suddenly, I can feel
Hallelujah.
myself coming closer to God.
It does feel that way for me. It's yeah, like I started wearing skirts from now on. Like that. But like, yeah.
I
Anyways.
I don't go commando in this house. That's a bad idea. Too many windows.
But you will do commando.
No.
But-
no.
But
I mean,
I have the feel.
No,
how-
like for example, you're in like for example, you're in your like you have an apartment. You live there by your own. Will you do it?
just because you're asking honestly, I will give you an honest answer. Yes.
Yeah, I had the feeling. I had a feeling.
Would I answer the door in commando? That depends. Who is knocking? If it
How about-
was,
How about if it's your mom?
oh, that's
Oh,
nothing she hasn't seen before. But I will dress up because, yeah, because holy crap, that's the most awkward scenario right there.
Just because he's going to he's going to wear something when he meets.
She would say like, just because you live alone doesn't mean you can do everything. And I'm like,
Yes, I
yeah, I mean, technically I can, but now that you're here, I can't.
I can't.
And then she would, her Kiroshis would burn into my soul. She'd zoom in on my face, and I could feel the shame from every inch she zooms in. I could feel the shame. Wait, I please turn me cyber psycho right now. I can't endure this.
Okay, I think this is the best way for us to end this podcast. And
I agree. I think we augmented the depression that came with the series with happy talk, despite how disturbing we took the topics.
pretty much,
Hmm.
and how we explain it to Sacred Edge, and after we have talked about it after he left, yeah, I think this is the best way for us. I'm going to be honest.
Sacred will just have to listen to the rest of the podcast.
Or like he can start watching, then he can like watch the podcast after.
I mean, can you imagine if he watches it tonight and then suddenly he Discord calls us? Guys, why? Why, guys? Why? And then we're like, yep,
Life is not daijobu.
yep, that's exactly how I expected it to go. So, welcome to Club Depression. How long is your stay?
No,
Basically, he's going to be like, "Thanks, guys. So I'll be hanging out in Ichi's kimchi jar for a while. Voluntarily. And he won't do that, but he can do that if he watches it.
Watch as I pour kimchi down my eyes.
Watch me ferment my eyes with chili paste.
Oh my god.
The pain does not equate to the pain of my heart.
And I think we can all agree that how we have talked about Cyberpunk 2077 Edgerunners,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
I,
we
I'm
weren't spoiler free.
we
This
weren't-
was not a, but we did avoid as much as possible for sacred's sake.
that's
And then
true.
when he left, it was like, oh my god, this series.
Oh, it's true.
Serious.
It's true. That's basically true, but I don't think our viewers or listeners has the safety net as Sacred has. So
That's right.
Hmm.
That's right. Well, for the commenters or the listeners out there, after you listen to this podcast, please leave us a comment and tell us if you would buy yourself a Mr. Stud 9000. And would you and why?
Why not?
I would love to ignore your answers. I brought it up, but I don't need to know.
Man.
Remember, folks, pencil sharpener, cactus dildo. Not healthy. And then later on, we're going to get a comment. There is no God. Oh my God.
oh my god. Why? Wow! We're finishing the episode, and why do you have to do that?
It's exactly the reason why I did it.
Because he can.
Mind you, the strong zeros have worn off 30 minutes ago. This is me in all normal glory.
And I'm going to be honest with everyone here. I drank Strong Zero plus tried Tiger Black Strong during this podcast, and now I'm already sober. I'm already sober because of the talk.
When you go to National Bookstore and you see the pencil sharpeners, think of me.
Pencil sharpeners don't be the same anymore.
Okay.
And then, you look at it long enough, you know, it's the you know, the school pencil sharpener, the one with the one blade, and you just look at it and you see my name etched into it, and then you see the rotationary pencil sharpener, the big desk one that you stick the pencil and you rotate the lever, and as you rotate, you hear a voice, "How you doing?"
I will stick to mechanical pencils at this point.
Cyberpunk 2077 mechanical pencils are actually mechanical. When you press it, oh yeah. Oh yeah. More. Oh,
Okay, I won't stick to this anymore. I'll
and then
just
when you run out of pencils, I'm spent. Please reload. $5 to reload. And then you pay the amount and it's like, oh yeah, we're back to business. Press me again. Press me again. Oh, I can feel myself on that paper writing.
I don't want to use pencils anymore.
and here, ladies and gentlemen, what happened if we go unhinged?
We are
Here-
unhinged already. What do
No,
you mean?
this is level. What we did during the podcast is just level 1. The ending is just level 4.
Let me correct you there, PM. This is just what happens if we don't have a podcast for a year.
Oh.
And your first podcast is nearing the end of 2022. And our
Hey,
last podcast was in...
I
When
think
was our last podcast?
February or January? I don't remember.
Was the Among Us collab podcast?
I think so. Yeah.
It's not a collab. It's not a podcast. It's
It's a-
more on
it's a-
like we
it's-
just played.
Yeah, it's a more of a collab.
Collab like gaming.
yeah.
Collab. So
Collab
basically,
gaming.
it doesn't count. PM.
It doesn't.
I am repressed. I died in that game twice, thrice, 4 times. And I have not been able to properly vent on this show. So I am
Vent?
doing that today.
Vent?
Oh, I mean,
Vent?
express myself in the most
Vent?
humane manner. Oh no, vent! Sus! Dun, dun, dun,
Someone
dun, dun, dun,
vented.
dun, dun, dun.
How vented? Oh my god.
Remember, anime eyes is just Among Us twerking.
Or or a Mogus that has like air forces.
Oh, only if they're crying.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we have definitely offset the depression with this. It's just cringe now.
Man.
Ichi, I am so happy that you joined us. I mean, this is how it normally is.
Yes, we know. I know because like, I am also in winging it, so this is pretty normal.
Oh, speaking of, allow me to plug PM and myself. If you ever hold another episode of Winging It, we would love to be on your show. And we
Oh,
promise
yeah.
I will put on my best suit, comb my hair, gel, brush my teeth, and act the exact same way.
And actually, it's questionable if you're going to wear.
PM
a
doesn't
suit.
even, he can't even form words anymore.
And I'm questioning if you're actually going to wear a suit on that episode.
I mean, I could if I wanted to. Would
He
you
will
want me
wear
to?
a suit with and he has like a pencil sharpener on his hand.
Oh my god, no,
Oh.
no.
Actually, I have one in my hand right now. And it's the.
No!
Listen to this. You hear that? You hear that sound? That's the rotation lever.
Oh no.
And that's
I can hear
that's
it. I can hear it.
that's the pencil. You know when you pull out the pencil sharpener so you can put the pencil in,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
there's
yeah.
a grip levers in the top like
Yeah,
ears.
yeah.
That I have it in my hands right now.
Oh my god, man, no!
Man, no,
No.
please.
Don't put your dick on it.
What?
PM. I am shocked, PM. I would never put my dick in there. Somebody else's, however. Not mine.
PM, do you want to do it?
No.
PM.
Are you suggesting?
Let me be the reason that you get a Mr. Stud 9000 against your will.
Mr. Stud 9000, which is on fire.
Welcome to Honest Impressions, starring your host, Mr. Stud 9000.
Okay, I think
He's dying.
I'm dying.
I mean, if we ever get to ESGS and we hold a panel like this,
We will be like holding a panel that says, "Who wants a free Mr. Stud 9000?" We can install it for you for the low price of free, but the catch is you'll be on fire.
everybody's like, "We'll hold a panel," and I'm like holding the pencil sharpener.
Okay.
and I'm smiling in the background, just rotating it slowly. Sacred, I am so sorry that you missed this. If you're listening to this right now, just remember.
He is going to hide when he is hearing about this one.
Once he starts hearing the rest of the podcast,
He'll be like, "Oh God, what the fuck is happening here?"
It's unfortunate we're not anime characters. We can't make sound effects when we raise eyebrows or wink. Because I'd be making a whole lot of wink sound effects right now.
Wink.
The eyebrow raised. The up. It
Ah,
doesn't work. It doesn't work.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work that way, Hal. It doesn't work that way.
No, it does not. No, it does not. But again, thanks to Ichi for being on the show.
no problem.
It's honestly been a blast. You're a breath of fresh air. And
Thank you.
and I'm especially astonished by the fact that you and I are on the same wavelength, despite the inane things that have been spouting out of my mouth. So
Yes.
And I've
So-
been
Yes.
and I've been suffering on that since the beginning of this podcast. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, I mean, I make it a point to make PM suffer. It's I mean, we can't have a podcast without having him suffer, even just a little.
Not
Is
a
it-
little, really a
PM,
little, a little.
you know,
A little.
I'm gonna pull my Shaggy here and say you have not even seen 2% of my power.
and I'm going to be honest.
Gusto
with
mo
you.
bang pakita ang
Oh.
aking 100% lakas ko?
Oh
Oh,
no!
oh, it's time, PM. I have to show Itchy. I have to show Itchy. This
Oh,
is the
show her,
perfect time to do it.
Show her, show her.
What?
Show her.
What?
Look at the GC. Look at the GC.
I, in relation to what you just said, I bought a T-shirt from Cosmania.
Mhm.
That, and let me show you. Give me just a second here.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I know I sent that to you, no, PM. I sent it to you also.
Yeah. I already saw it. So just show just show it.
Okay, let me just scroll up just a bit. You sent me a lot of maps. No, because he got stuff from he had me buy stuff from Cosmania.
Yeah,
Kaya-
pasabais.
Next time, sabihin niyo sa akin that's why I was waiting for Nico to tell me. Minessage ko pa nga siya, but he didn't He didn't get back to me eh. Ito. Ay, anak ka ng walang hiyang. Oh. Sorry, the messenger scrolled down too far. And ow, that hurts my ears. There it is. I'll send this one first. Where is that? Where's winging it? Where's all right there? And then I'll send this one.
Hentai with senpai, nice. And anong gentle.
That shirt made my day the moment I saw it.
And a quick trivia in this.
Tapusin.
It was actually showing me these pictures when I was trying to choose the t-shirt that I want.
Yeah, he was asking me to look for a Hololive T-shirt, but it was damn near impossible. But I found one.
And that t-shirt was actually really good. I'm going to be
This is
honest.
the one he posted. Yeah, the
I
one he
re-
posted on his wall.
I really loved it, to be honest. I really love that t-shirt.
Next time, I'm guaranteed to go to cons again. So if you have if you want me to buy merch for you, let me know. We will arrange
Sure.
something. I'd happily do it for you guys.
Sure.
I
As
will
long
keep that in mind.
If
as
I'm
long
not-
as you provide me the money to pay for
Yeah,
I'm not-
like Gcash or
it.
something
Gcash, yeah,
like
that's
that.
how
Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
PM and I did it.
if I'm not able to go with in the con, you're going to hear from me most likely.
It would be absolutely. Oh no!
Oh no,
Okay.
what?
No. Wait. This is related to our topic tonight. I'm gonna post it on the Winging It wall again. Hang on.
Okay.
I didn't expect to see it. I didn't expect to see it at all.
What?
Click. Itchy NPM click.
Dude,
Okay, let me see what
what?
you
Wait,
forgot. One
wait.
thing, Adam. Nobody hurts my nakama.
What
Keep
the?
going.
Smash this.
And then the
I-
last panel.
Oh,
I may not be a fat neck beard, but I feel this.
oh my god.
Aww.
And I think I know the artist. I knew it.
Yeah, you know the artist.
I know the artist.
Yeah,
I'm following them on Twitter, to be honest.
he likes to draw booba.
Poopa!
Wow. I am sorry. I interrupted our closing statements again.
Poopa!
Well,
How many times have I done this, PM? Interrupt your closing statements.
I don't. I lost count, to be honest with you.
I think
count.
I've done it for every episode we've ever
pretty much.
It's fine, guys. Fine.
Well,
And I'm kind of used to it. So
All right. Let me initiate it then. Ichi, would you like to say some final words?
Brain no work, but please follow us on
Now,
Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, whatever.
Spotify.
You have
Spotify.
a Spotify?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Honest Impressions has a Spotify. Yeah.
Spotify.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys can follow us, and yeah, Cyberpunk.
Oh,
Um,
what? Would you like to plug Winging It as well, just in case?
and of course, winging it. Yeah. Oh God, I'm so bad at this one. It's been a long time as well. It's been a long time since we're like did a like podcast. Like we were actually planning, but like it gets rescheduled until we kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, Omu
But
did say that he was regretting that he couldn't join us tonight.
yeah, it's fine. It's understandable. But next time, like maybe winging it, or maybe honest impressions. Why not,
Have a,
right?
please have us there. I would love to bring the chaos. I mean, I would
Why
love to
not?
bring the formality and the vernacular in the proper.
Look,
And
yeah.
I'll try to bring on the logic as much as possible just to balance out Paul here.
Yeah, actually, like
How
in
well has that
winging
been?
in winging it, we don't really have like any certain topics, but like we just go with the flow, like whatever is like going on, like in our lives or whatever we talk about. So you don't really have to like hold yourself back to what you want to talk about.
Wait, I was holding myself back.
No, I mean like we were trying to like then like
Stay on the topic. I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah.
we were trying to stay on topic, but like in winging it, you can just wing it. That's the point of winging it.
I
You
would
just wing
gladly.
it.
I would
But
love
yeah.
to be part of that. I mean, I would love to. I would love to be part
Yeah,
of
we can talk about it with Hilda soon. But
Actually,
yeah,
I actually love being a part of the one of the episodes of Wing It. So I think Paul will definitely fit it.
enjoy. Yeah,
They
yeah,
will enjoy it and they will definitely fit there.
it.
yeah.
I'm gonna declare my first line now. I'm gonna say it and remind me because if I ever do join an episode of Wing It, my first line will be addressed to Omu. Hey, Omu, how do you feel about pencil sharpeners?
He will be so confused.
And then you two will start laughing out loud. And Sacred will probably back away in fear.
Pencil sharpeners? Yes, pencil sharpeners.
And I'm
No.
gonna say it in my bedroom voice. No, I'm gonna say it in my bedroom voice. Hey, yeah, pencil sharpener. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
And me and Ichi will just say, no context. Figure it
We'll
out
just
yourself.
laugh here. We'll just laugh here.
Or somebody else will just go, nope, 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 nope.
I won't stop you. So it's probably going to be PM.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to stop him as well. Go nuts.
I mean,
Go nuts on it. Go nuts.
Well,
PM is-
no one's gonna restrict you, Hal. Do whatever you want.
PM has tried to stop me before.
And
You
I,
have.
Well,
I-
you can't
and-
stop him in wicking it.
And I've
So-
learned a lot. And I've learned a lot on I'm trying to stop Hal. And the best way to stop Hal is just to let him go with the flow and let him be. And
Run out of gas.
as long as he's talking and he ran out of gas, then they can talk.
Okay. I am looking forward to this. My turn. Hello, ladies and gents. This is Howl the Bad Man or Howl of the Broken Controller. You can find me on Facebook Gaming. I'm not particularly active right now, but I am uploading my gameplay vids of Until Dawn. Expect them to be uploaded for the remaining 3 vids for the next weekend or so. And do catch us again in possible future episodes of Winging It or Honest Impressions. Yeah, pencil sharpeners. It's good. They're good for you. They take them to school. Think of me fondly when we say goodbye.
I wanted to add something actually.
Go ahead.
Like when you were doing your like your goodbyes and all, like your plugs and all, I was like, you can also find me in your nearest national
National
bookstore
bookstore.
in the pencil sharpener section.
Let my
don't give him an
voice.
idea. Don't give him an idea.
When you see your
Too
school
bad.
supplies, think of my voice. Imagine it in your head.
No, no, no. It has to be a pencil sharpener, man. I cannot associate you with notebooks.
Oh no! Not notebooks. Definitely not notebooks. Paper cuts are bad.
Definitely pencil sharpeners though.
And then somebody. Oh yeah, there is such a thing as a electric pencil sharpener.
Oh no.
So- We're cyberpunk now.
We are the cyberpunk. And I met Keanu Reeves.
Oh my god!
I don't think I can contain myself anymore.
Should I change the logo of Howl of the Broken Controller to a pencil sharpener?
Why not?
I will consider it. Because of tonight, I will think about it. I will try to come up with something throughout the week.
Like get a like a picture of a pencil sharpener and like add a, what do you call that? A bubble that says, "Hi, I'm Howl." When it's like the pencil sharpener.
I'm Mr.
or-
Stud 9000.
That-
How are
I'm
you?
So it's a pencil sharpener, but it has the label of Mr. Stud 9000 on the side. Property of Howl.
Property of Howl. Do not touch
I mean,
unless you're a pencil that wants to be sharpened.
Or not, well, remember, touch at your own risk. And then my sound effects, broom, broom.
Boom, boom.
I don't
Pencil
think
sharpener go brr.
I don't think I have any more laughter that I can release.
My identity has been associated with a phallic euphemism. Actually, it's not even phallic because it's a pencil sharpener. It's the opposite. Oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah, you have to start questioning your choices now. How?
Oh my god. I thought I was being clever, but I was being the opposite. A pencil sharpener is not a Mr. Stud 9000. It just feels like
Itchy just sent us a picture of a pencil sharpener in our
holy
GC.
Jesus.
Wait. I'm gonna do something better.
You want me to make this worse? Do you want to know why there are two holes?
Oh, again, no! No! No more! No more! Let's end this podcast! Come on!
It became not safe for work.
How?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me ask you this.
right.
When did Honest Impressions been SFW?
Never.
See?
No. But we weren't this bad before. We just progressively got worse. And I think that's but looking back on it, I think that's been 90% my fault. Let me just channel my inner Gloria Macapagal Arroyo for a moment. I am sorry.
You're sorry. You're sorry now. Oh no. Oh no.
I changed the group photo to a pencil sharpener. And he said content.
Oh boy. Oh no. Who's gonna explain it? I can't explain it. on-
No.
Wait,
No one
is he-
explain. No
asking-
one explain. No one explains this to Hilde. Just
Wait,
tell
wait.
him.
Are you
Watch the recent episode of Honest Impressions. Yeah.
wait. Before we end, let me just check because if he's here and he's in Discord, I want him in the last 5 minutes. We'll extend it for another 5 minutes. I need him to hear this.
Pencil sharpeners. No. Now you made me think of why pencil sharpener has two holes instead of one. or
Well,
I saw one pencil
But-
sharpeners with like 2, 4, 6 holes on it. Why
But-
does it have 6 holes on it?
Itchy, the answer is simple. Sharing is caring.
you know, I'm just going to give people in context why my laughter is muffled because I'm covering my mouth with a towel because the people at my house is already angry of me laughing so loud.
I mean, haven't you wondered? Yeah, you're right. There are pencil sharpeners with multiple holes, but haven't you wondered why they're all different sizes?
No,
It has different purpose. Different purpose.
and here I thought one hole
Is enough.
one hole multi-purpose.
Sharing is caring.
Oh no.
Poor Omu when he listens. You guys say, oh, you were doing a Cyberpunk podcast. We recommend only listening to the last 20 minutes.
No, it is.
Specifically when Howl started to do
No,
the pencil sharpener.
It's actually not the last 20 minutes, but the last 37
Hour.
minutes. Last
You mean
30
The last hour to be safe.
Yeah.
I've been at it that long? Holy
Yes.
I've interrupted the closing statements for 37 minutes.
Let's make it an hour then, Howl.
Oh, damn no! This is going to be the longest episode that we're going to have if we're going to go in an hour.
But PM, you don't have work. We can cyberpunk this shit. We're
Oh.
cyberpunk now.
Oh no.
Everyone be cyberpunk.
Well, let me see
Um,
what Omo has to say.
I'm
busy.
busy. Aw, that's
Busy.
fine.
And
It's good.
just let him know just what the,
You will find out soon.
and with that being said, and with
Itchy,
that being said,
breathe.
with that being said, thank you guys very much. Oh my god, no, why that?
It's an electric pencil sharpener with multiple holes.
Just like what you said, Howl. Different sizes with different purposes.
It's basically a cheese grater. I can't breathe. Ah.
Okay, let's properly let's properly okay.
Breathe. Goose from.
Let's properly end this podcast, alright? Let's properly end this podcast without any more distractions because we're already 40 minutes in, okay? Okay. And with everything, all of the craziness of this ending part of the podcast, thank you guys very much for watching or listening to this podcast, this episode. If you guys like what you see or you like what you hear, please do follow us. Please do follow us to all of our social medias, Itchy, to Hal, and to all of our podcast channels here. Twitch. No, not Twitch. Spotify, Google, Apple Podcast, any podcast platforms that you want to listen to, we're there. I promise you, wherever you're listening to this podcast is, we're always watching you.
Disclaimer: we take no responsibility for any pain, discomfort, psychological damage, or pencil sharpener fear you may develop from this episode.
And this is totally sponsored by pencil sharpeners.
Mr. Studman.
And we're
Okay, we
And-
start. We end.
and with that being said, oh my god, brain empty, can't think. Oh my god.
Dude, I have a headache from laughing too much.
Okay. I think I think I have the ending on my head. With that
Remember to think of words before you speak.
and with that being said, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys next week.
Maybe on Winging It, maybe on Honest Impressions. Ciao la.
Bye.